Na ke rata byala.
O rata byala?
Mara weekend ke bono le nka bona byala bala go hafela batho.
Yeah.
Ke na le mathataka e re ke nne go ntlong ke te hafela.
So one man.
Yeah, ne ke ntse one man.
O ka se te quiet mara.
Ah, wait flop.
I don't slow. That gal game tse bya.
Wait.
Is it post P? What is it post? Post not something regret. How regret? How feel it?
I regret.
How regret?
There's a word for it.
There's a word for it.
I regret.
It's post not clarity.
Post not clarity.
Yes.
Post.
When I'm telling slow.
Post office yo night ngatheka.
Armejari mathata rena.
Kautshwara.
Yeah, we can have a common problem.
Yeah.
But the way we handle it is not the same.
Yeah.
There's a blueprint of the problem again. Mara now a grelor for nage gona le problem enya simple.
Yeah.
When now a the mental breakdown no wa to very pajeli di habli was komora wa nyongo ti hang.
Ikafia man.
Ah, what was it?
Yes.
So what told this what?
Ah, le nna ka bona ke tlhotse.
Action.
Hey, yo, what's up, Shafede, everybody? Po. Welcome back to yet another episode of BRU'Z Conversation Podcast. Y'all know me, Agaba Belinda, the MC. Guys, Emangbo. Do you know how to pronounce my name?
Belinda?
Okay. Vital.
Belinda.
So mine was better.
Yours is the one. Guys, Agaba Belinda, the MC.
But I was feeling was cool.
Belinda.
Okay, Belinda.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, notification button so that you guys can be notified whenever we drop a new episode. We are brought to you live from Munate Corner, also known as the Butcher, for your good food, for your entertainment, for your alcohol. You can come here, Wachila, Haba, Monate. A big shout out to Liake Production, the production behind this whole thing. And Liake Productions, Kirina. Yes, do book us if you want. Bona your services, Manyalo and everything, we are there. Then guys, a big shout out also to H2O Pure Water. A big shout out to Royalty also. Rabarata, kudu. We also have Pastor on camera 1. We got Bopelo Ghost Lady, also known as our fact checker. Sweetheart, are you okay?
I'm good, Mama. How are you?
That's right. We got Manzi on camera 2. We also have the Soy Records Entertainment on sound. Guys, please, babugeng, bakitara triple M, Maso, Mikiti, Limanyalo. So do check them out. Guys, today I get by it. Today get to vote. I'm not get to vote. We're gonna talk. And we're gonna talk. We might trend as well. Because for the past couple of weeks here, you've seen a lot of faces, especially on TikTok. Busy fufa. So guys, please help me welcome my driver number 1, Fuba Nation. Ari intro Ari.
Fuba Nation mfana location mfana deck BRU'Z. Sexy chubby guy 15,000 mutla take le godzomela mo ngwatsela.
That's right. That's right.
Oh no.
Ngisho bubar.
Ah,
number 1.
Hi,
hamonate ya.
O tsega re phelo ba ka roller coaster.
Yes.
Open
up. Yes, guys. Guys, please help me welcome my co-host number 2, Ket Monate.
Intro. Ket Monate Papa Bambino,
Papa Bambino, I felt like the Osha Bocho Viva. Kimonati. Pero also para skipa sa feeling sila sa mahal.
Skipa sila ke lo rile ka sona ke sa pero.
Baya ka wen.
Badimba boletse le nna.
Ya ba re.
Ba re emanya.
Ba re sa para thata.
Hae ba ake ba no wetsi girang. Ke tswa ka sona ke ya complexing ka sona.
Yeah.
E ba skipa se ke se regileng no ngabo. Ba re relaxanyana. Mara ona sona ke sona.
Ne. That's good. Bona quality over quantity. No, that's good. Guys, are you okay? How was your week? Was your week fine?
My week was hectic.
Hectic. What happened, Chum?
Hey man, I was up to a lot of things, and the thing is, ke mo back lokong ya nengwe yana ka apparel.
Yeah.
Ya una le nyoko ngwe yana. Ko re state or ke stock and na ke rekile cruiser. So ke kolota ba.
Yeah, o rekile motho.
Well, I had a choice.
But
Ba re ke shole gore ba tla fostana batho ba ka.
Batla utlwisisa.
Ena ke ba rope ke ba buditse ka raba na ba bestuemo ke wa fostana. Ene ke a lukisa eno ba bola I was caught in a tight space. Bana hempa ya skolo ke tshweresa. Surira byang mo. Nna ke a reka juri tla lukisa.
Pecha mo pecha.
Jo ba ga simply jo wa fostana. Ene ke a lukisa o tshwanele ke ba dochitsa. Ke a lukisa le no ke mo re mo fixing.
Mo tsamaiso
Ya re tlo stoka le room ka manta re mo fixing dilo dia la progress aba sa mfella pelo talo.
So how was your week?
Nah, beke I think maybe depression is a strike hanyana bo.
Hayi wena.
Sena re depressed jo. O itse bophelo sometimes bo nyaka o amohele hore currently go tla botlhoko. Allow yourself to go through that
Those
pain
emotions,
because o ka nyaka jump step sa hore nyaka tikira strong. Yo bo wa pain ela because aba deala le yona. So na weekend ne le weekend on na go ntlung. Ke relax ke tshemara patlho ke tla ka di plan ke bona ro okay sharp nka wina mo kae ka se wini mo kae ka khawana le tse baya tsa o nyoko ho tswa na ka rata byala
O rata bela.
mara weekend ke bona re nka bona bela bala go hafela batho
Yeah.
kana le mathatha ka ere ke nne go ntlung ke te hafela
So one man.
ya ne ke ntse one man
O ka se te quiet mara.
wait flop
I le nanga sloga gal game tse bya.
wait flop nna ke byang ke nna mothola o rata ho ke rata ho console e bile ke na le ho tla le ka lotse le re ka itse di keep busy ho nna go ntlung ho tsuba habli
O go keep her busy.
ho skomora
Yes.
we
Yes.
won Brian
You won. Yeah.
unsa stress one tsara unzo unsa stress jo
Ke strategy sa hao.
ena sa mpereke
And it's all right again. Judge. How judging?
Ar judge we
We listen. We don't judge. We
ene
don't
bana
judge.
ho etsang ne o etsang o itse mo ke nna mo teng ke go ke nna go di roomong ne
Yeah.
ba ba jwana ka re ke nna midrand ke nna go kasi
Yeah.
so he ke fetsa ke na le ntho ile re e mahara majita ne ba sa ntlhodumela abo because akere bana le rata o tlhodumela
Is it post PM? What is it post for? Post not something. How regret? How feel?
I regret
How regret?
there's a word for it.
There's a word for it.
I regret
It's post not clarity.
Post not
that
clarity.
clarity. Yabona bophelo wena
Yes.
post
wena ngithandela isiluva.
post office yo na ngatheke nna ke no re ke fetsa skomora
Yeah.
bophelo ba tswela pele ka tshuma habri ka tsuba habri
What the nail?
ka ke nela ilo itse ke ratula
Yeah.
ke rata o tsia phone ke ibele ke lebele di movie ke relax ene bana ho ka re ke tene ile wa mphone la kwa raba snacks ke no tepela phone kwa
Yeah,
ke
wa
tla
raba
bua ke tla ke bona na le lena ke le sharp so I na weekend tene ke ne go ntlung ke ne sa stress
Why it's ashwagandha?
ashwagandha na ka simperekele
Serious?
ke no utlwa ba re ke dipilisi tse dingwe so o di ma hona
Like it's meant for. Can you please Google ashwagandha then? It's meant for hunama the feelings. Ne?
To what?
So like you don't like I'll feel pain, I'll feel like these crazy emotions that would make you too emotional. How do you feel? So over nonchalant basically. Yeah, team like you don't react to
But that's not
negativity.
healthy, though.
Yeah, it's not healthy, man. None I don't recommend.
I think
ashwagandha,
the
but
repercussions of it coming back, you'll have a mental breakdown.
you would because it's a cop out basically. So like you use ashwagandha who nama those pains. So mara o depend go not ko. And no we are regisi go bot leaks ini. I
Yeah,
go so
no,
very lo kaino.
na flo bo mathatha re na na le ba loyi ka moara so ya di flopo tsa rena ka tsa ba loyi tso di tsa male ba loyi di nyaka shwaganda di nyaka thapela
Ele diflopo tsa rena ba go re kolota batho ashwagandha ka se mathata ka nyaka
Peloski, what's
Yeah.
ashwagandha?
So ashwagandha, its scientific name is Withania somnifera. It's a traditional Ayurvedic adaptogen widely used to lower stress, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep quality. So what happens is that there's an active compound that's withanolides. It helps regulate the body's cortisol. The cortisol
Yeah, okay.
production. So it mitigates the physical and mental impacts of chronic stress.
Bari ira so, e suppressa stress.
so mara na hana o le ngwana batho sna chronic stress o nwa shakanda
Eh.
because re palla go bala ba re chronic stress
It's not necessarily for just chronic stress, also anxiety.
wena o tla ka stress sa bashimane then I
Well, man.
Mara mathata ba tshwatshwana.
Batata
Yeah,
ba
mara
tata
right.
di.
Are measure okay, let me put it this way. Are measure mathata rena ka o tshwana.
ka o tshwara
Yeah, we can have a common problem.
yeah
But the way we handle it is not the
Dila ka
same.
yona ka- yeah ka o
There's a blueprint of the problem again. Mara nna wa kry-a le gore for nna ke bona le problem enyana e simple.
tshwara. yeah
Wena o wa ba le di-mental breakdown wa tsuba dipatše le di-hably wa skomora wa nyoko di-hang ka re mara khet wa overreacta ka ntho e- nna I've been
ka o
through it
tshwara.
probably 2-3 times and I know how to get out of
o
it.
tla la le
You
yona
don't.
Yeah.
yeah ka o
Wa e
tshwara
bona?
yeah
So maybe ba bang ba e need ashwagandha.
Eh,
Nna ke
maybe-
no ra gore ke na le dikoloto ashwagandha ha e mperekele.
Yes, yes.
I already know.
Maybe Kat itla mmerekela.
Khetho wena e tla
Itla
berekela.
mmerekela because it has been linked to increased testosterone levels
E decrease
and
testosterone.
improved sperm quality in men.
Au,
ah mama
lo ira bana.
Ayo ira clap.
Lo ira bana.
wa bana ba nong re go botse ene ba nong dilo tse di bjana flopo nna a ke believe mo dima tsona ke tlo dira le wena mathata pila mara
O tla ka
before
bona ka lenane.
before go bolela something couple bolela something sorry go stop at you then brother I'm happy ba le wena jo
Ne.
like waiting beke otle since last week di manula ra sno phone la re cancel last week ambore ke morowa ke jo bua
Yo.
e bara kwenda
Patile.
Konna le- konna motho
We've been
konna-
anticipating
yeah
this.
moto ka mo pelo ke re jo moto ro ko spanang le ena da maybe we might see it as something in yang or trend ko TikTok but bro ka Spanish sa house ne ke tlo bya ka skhuwa ke just skhuwa mara Spanish house o se des a re bya ka skas
Yeah, I try.
how easy braga o bona hore ke pone ke sele ke nna ke te pona ke na le wena bona nna ke te pona ke le des no
Yeah.
because ke khonno ba le motho a tshwanang le wena bo Belinda ke ba rena bo
Oh,
Belinda
Nia. So sweet.
I will
Sahlala ka
cover.
Chomyaka. Chomyaka is legendary. She's
Yo.
very legendary.
kala phela
Yeah.
How do you take the compliments of your house food? Because now it's directed to you straight.
I-
And batho ba o lube- ba o
I never
buelele.
know how to take. I wish somebody could teach me how to respond to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because that's the one part I can't.
Ne.
All I could say is thank you and I get white rena juri. Belinda wena phelo ba ka wa biti.
Ka
Narco
biti chom,
strategy.
yeah.
We all about the next move. You
Yes.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got a perception that if I take all compliments in and I say "Kya trend,
Yeah.
no fihlile," I'll never work as hard as I do.
You want to be
Yeah.
big-headed.
You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. So I take it, yes, and it's good when it comes, but to me, it means we need to work harder
Yes.
because Ketwai recognizes somebody else recognizes it. Let's keep that recognition
Ne.
to their satisfaction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On
Khetho
twat.
sa bolela sekgowa chomine. Oh, sharp. Wena o sharp le wena. Mo department ya o mo tlohele
No,
wena.
Mara, ka ne ke botsa bang room, I said, we need to treat this business like an experience ya go restaurant.
Okay.
If somebody atlagana le Belinda, Belinda, yo, you need to be very polite. Give them
Yeah,
time. Make sure that they've got that experience with you.
Yes.
When I say a restaurant is, any restaurant sells steak.
yeah
There's a specific one that you go to because of the service that's there, because of the experience that you had there before.
Yeah.
One twat.
Yeah.
O ka tloela dispeto tsotlhe wa ya ko main lane.
True.
Probably because go main lane na la uthi ngwe ya waiter.
KFC
La
show.
Fostan. Wa understand, ne?
Yeah.
So you need to treat this business as an experience to people that are approaching you and appreciating what you are doing, but don't put it to your head. It means you need to work hard.
That's beautiful.
Antoine.
I love it. So, mothabetse ne?
ebile o thaba ke lebitso le lengwe le la go tlase jo
Yo, Khetho mara.
a ke bano ke nyoko ya ka skhuwa nka na re ka excited because of wabo mara jo ho monate o ba le motho le reng you are looking up on him and lo tsa di etsang a di sa o motivate now di a o push ho motivate go re ke ntse mo fatshe ke re mara o right he do push go re now you are gonna work
You are acting
on
upon.
Spanish mara
Yes.
ba fetho sfuwa
You are
But-
then I'll release.
But the
sorry
irony of it,
sorry arabola ka skomora he
but the irony of it is, guys, Rena, it's no secret that we all friends. When I
Yeah.
pulled Cat towards us, it's because I was inspired by him as well.
True.
Understand?
True.
All nga ga o tikalafa.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
So at some point you go there and you get Cat. Cat talks about the very same things that we go through, and Now I get to see it from the other side because I'm the one dishing it out in most cases, but now I need to receive it. And I said, we need to pull Cat by us. He would blend better with us because half the time, when I'm talking about us, I'm talking about this second.
Yes.
It's good if you like time two things. Half
Yeah,
the time
sure.
when we talk about things that inspire us and things that we want to build. I've never been in a circle of friends like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More is business first.
More it's business always renwam rao.
Yeah, true. This is true. Yeah.
So that's why I said I think if he's on our side and abona ho re phela bjang, he would be more inspired to be the best that he can be, maybe even better than what he admires from me.
Yeah. Ramute.
So that's what I want to at least re be ba botla khono tlhalohanya hore nna re tla re le kae.
Ramute.
I gonna choice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't.
Yes. Okay. So you know what I did there? I compiled a list of questions, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
So the question is equal with Sanzona. They dinale topic come hard ro bolela ra di dissect.
Okay.
And it ke khatla gore the question is di libile banna. Di libile banna and what you guys are going through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grato man.
Yeah.
Why did I bucket? Oh,
No,
we
like,
furua.
yeah, it's go furua.
Belinda war bontsha metlholo.
But speaking of furua, guys, let's recognize when things are good, eh?
Yeah.
I saw this other video by DK Taylor, the counselor.
Yeah.
Right? I think there was a job thingy and they rahala ko klepgat or something. Yeah, and he said in order for it to be fair, o tseya membate mebedi, batho ba lokela dipasa, gore banna ka mo, basadi ka mo. Then go iriwa fuduwa, but now here's the plot twist ka fuduwa ena. O bitsa bana ba banyane. So it's
Yes.
exactly fair. I know wena o kare e ke
Yeah,
ke phamo.
yeah.
Like that was clever. Like
That's
when I
good,
saw
like-
him, I said,
Yeah.
I even commented
fair.
Kara was fun.
It's
Shout
fair.
out DK Taylor. That's a dope counselor.
But-
Like I
Shout
follow
out.
that guy because you know, as much as people criticize the government and things that they're not doing service delivery wise, he pushes.
Good.
He pushes.
Let's give him his flowers.
Yeah, no, I wish one day like I'm
Yeah, re tlo mo kry-
He's quite good.
Yeah, ro mo kry. A ke re la bona. Eish nete wa khono. O bona re ho bjang di folded
Yeah,
again.
man.
I wanna get
Yeah.
di folded.
Sure.
So now ke ra follow onta wa mpha. I'm going to read the question and you answer.
Okay.
Lwena o ira bya
Yeah.
lone. But if you feel like you want to chip in from o mongwe a bolela, you still can.
Okay, cool.
Ne? Are we good?
Yeah.
Ke thome ka ma. O
Thoma
mo
ka
holo
start.
pele.
I'll start.
Okay. Okay, so watch me.
I hope it's
Okay.
not controversial.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not. Hey, because let's deep dive. This is crazy. And one question number 1. Literally, because it's 1 to 15 questions, and it would say number 1 vet. La lawyer, nyana, let's move on. La lawyer, yo. Eri, where were you taught it's okay not to be okay? If the answer is nowhere, what changed that for you? Where were you taught it's okay not to be okay?
Nobody taught me that.
Nobody taught you that.
No.
So if the answer is nowhere, what changed that for you?
The perspective of how I see things.
Yeah.
Ontwara, ho na le mong o re thomo o tshwantse re realize gore re sa phelela batho.
Yeah.
Ontwara. We beyond proving points.
Yeah,
If you can't see what I do, then it's your problem. It's not mine anymore. Now I've got a purpose to serve, and I think that purpose is working out well. I'm at a point where my wife is supporting this purpose because she knew it was going to work.
Yeah.
And to prove anything to anyone anymore, I samperekele.
So what about the stigma, Marasfu? Like stigma says about men don't cry, men don't ing. So you don't show out your emotions to people, whereby it forces you to be sharp, 100%.
Showing emotions is not a problem.
Yeah.
But where are you showing these emotions? The problem with us men right now, to a point where is we are showing emotions, yes, but we're not showing the emotions to our perpetrators. Why should I tell the whole world? Yeah, if like a generalize, massive.
Yeah.
Oh, for you,
Yeah.
understand? Yeah, now I'll 80. That's your problem. Deal with that problem. Because now you generalize everything, and we didn't say that men shouldn't talk. Hence, if you watch, I think, episode there last week, Amajita Mande, I said the reason why I cancelled the men's conference is because I felt like we're sitting in a place, there's 50 of us as men, we don't even know what Manzi does or what Kat does. All we do is sit here and talk about how women are bad for us. If they are, then Arba Kalimba
Yeah.
because Repalaluku network, me bra. Unalamutu 10 to 15 minutes, Ashibu Muturu Spanaka. Regaira vya nyungu nalo ha fetsa o tlo bona botlaela ba rena ba nna no basadi ba barata zaka marena re tlhakane re khono bontshana di plan tsa o ira zaka. So we know the problem, but we dive the solution. Ho a tshwana mos. So if you are saying it's not okay to be okay, it's fine. If they're saying it's okay not to be okay, it's fine. It's an emotion again. Yes, at some point, you must voice it out.
Yes.
I'm just saying, direct it to where it's supposed to go.
Nice.
Fair.
Ah, we piatlile chom. We piatla o edit mo reshap.
Mara utlwile le wena.
Joka Servia.
Ho eda tla bolo phapha ba no tla bo tla be ke dikira motho ba mo re ga. We fe easy dai mane ba.
Yo, okay, ar lokele tshwe burutlo re. Ya e reng. O tlile number 2.
Yeah.
Le number
It's when things are ordained by God.
That's beautiful.
Now I
Linda neke chamo feta ke wala re ke mitsa.
so double let's back a la vita. Don't like
Keta ro chamo feta. Keta rio are na ke chamo feta la bela re ke ntse.
never kids braka.
Okay, here's question number 2 ne. Ketane ha ke fetsa go translate le tshimo re monate is going again.
Mana bona bala dai de.
Ke tla
re mola ke sa e bone pila ka re e translate.
Motona le bomba Elijah, o tlalfila o ira ka mo.
Yes, Iri, what emotions do you feel uncomfortable showing versus ones you hide? So get emotions of it that you show out, telling you to what
I feel like
it's a good question because you were going through something during the week. Yeah.
So it resonates.
It does.
the emotions tse lo reng ke di show out ke tse lo reng maybe ka bonna nka palla go di solve.
Okay.
If ke bona this thing yang khawata and ke tlo palla go solve ka bonna rather ke be emotionally towards batho ba ke itseng gore ba ba ka nthusa.
Yeah.
Nga se be emotional go motho mo mollo mo ka mkhosi go boletseng ka te bona le batho ba bang ba tsa advantage ba o treat based on how you feel wa ka ra setse motho o tloela maseba because wa itsoro ke dimano ka wate ha ka tsele itseng o nyong hatella ka taite so bona le batho ba lo reng o ka ba lela wa itsoro o henka mollela even if aka simple solution mara aka zama go comfort
Yeah.
ka feel sharp because of ke boletse le motho mso ba bang o bolala le bona o sno bolala le bona ha sa bolala ka mkholoreng o fatwe wa itse ya wa ifa o mo ba tsaya ka nna no tse lo reng ke feel ka re okay sharp tse nka botsa batho ka tsona re jo ke feel so aka khona go nzama at least a push or unlift mo moyeng tse dingwe tse tshwantse re ka bo wena o dile le tsona
Okay.
because sometimes it's more important to deal with your problems individually because you are the person that feels that thing and you are the one who can have the solution. Another thing ko reng tse lo reng o go dile tsona all one then now you need to go down o bolelwa lwa le ngodimo
Ikafia man. Yes, so the emotions say you wanna show them out to people. Does it go with pain? Pain, would you wanna people know who are pain?
No aginyo as pain ke tsa horeng in a way ke khawate ha man ake sharp ai ase pain ya or ke pain
Yeah.
ake sharp mara ke nyore at least ke khona ba sharp ke comfort tse lo reng di botlhoko ke tse lo reng ke nna le tsona mo fatshe ke bola le modimo because modimo ke ena solution ya tse di painang
Yeah.
modimo goes le pelo
Yeah.
pelo ke yona utlwang botlhoko pelo ke ya modimo a se motho mo lefatshe
Yes. What
Motho
about
mo-
fear also?
fear tsa male modimo
Le modimo ne?
modimo tsa so botsare di o itse go bible ne ke sa itseng ne
Yeah.
khona lo tse ding go bible nna ba re ba di lempila no ba go ranga
Yeah.
Le lama ba ithaloganya.
Ona le rena ba sfuba re thetile.
Le lama ba
ah
ithaloganya.
o itse ba re
Yes,
so
yes,
bible o tla le mo gongwe bolela ka mkholo reng tlohella modimo dintwa tsa hao a o lo le tsona
Yes.
ke mo lo reng re bolela ka pelo le pelo ke dintwa tse lo reng di nya ka modimo tse peini a inya ke motho wa mo lefatsheng motho wa mo lefatsheng a kana yo ketse modimo a ka se yoketse o fokoletsa yona a o tlisa grace a bula pelo ya gago tlhatswa bophelo wa ba shaba wa bontsha mabaka le lo kana berekisa mo bophelong
Yeah.
then bophelo ba tswela pele
I also feel what Kat is saying.
Yeah.
It's good to have emotions, but don't be vulnerable in front of certain people.
Oh, yeah, ka di character tsa
Yeah.
batho.
Ho na le batho ba bangwe,
Yeah.
vulnerability ya bona, they will use it as a weapon. That's why now there's certain people by lungor ke ba fuluile, and I'm not scared to say to their face that they bitch niggas.
Yes, bo bitch boy.
I'll tell them straight that you're a bitch nigga. You know why? Because ke motho e leng hore in my vulnerability time salaga mkhopela something, and when we had an argument ang hopotsa yona ke se febe motho wa se mojita.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Because now it means everything that you were giving to me, it wasn't out of friendship. You were building up a weaponry, a retaliation. That's why you ngihopotsa. Yeah. You understand? So that's why yes, you can show emotions, yes.
Yeah.
But there's certain people you cannot be vulnerable. Kuri lo ka bola ke tlala byang o kampane wa hwa ibile ayi bolai tlala.
Once.
Re bona re tlala ya bolai. Una lo rube vulnerable ko bathong ba because chances are o tlo hopotsa.
That's beautiful.
And ha ka o hopotsa ke flop.
Salwa o puti wa chomini.
Yo na hanyitsi ya mona ka yer.
na mo sa lan regela mafo e ini ke
Yeah.
a botsa ba thore ke tawile ka ba la ba hae ka ya kwa bo ka mkrana le mama hae ka
Yeah.
tlhompha mama hae ka le ka bat aya topela ko morao
Yeah.
Wa re ke
a
dale.
re go botse something chief mareta o case ya shi
Yes.
ka case weno ya la bola ba ho ke bubusisa sheep
Yeah.
ka fai taba ya gore motho mongwe o botsa ka mkholorong o eletsa dilo me bare botlhoko
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
it's
very
painful,
actually,
ne?
it's
It's
very-
painful,
don't ever put yourself in that situation. That's why John, now I'll always advise our women, Urjo, while you are dating someone you claim who has got money, build yourself in the process.
True.
bra
Because
Even though we will
because you won't be surprised that damana kare ya no na selo o nna go mkhukhunka o tya ka we state ka nna
Ka
wena.
nna.
no was a need
That's a bitch ass move. You don't tell somebody those things. Why you decide to lo mo fa tsona if no tlo mo hopotsa?
Yes.
Wantwara. So I understand where Kat is coming from when he says certain problems you need to solve them alone, because there's certain people you cannot be vulnerable in front of. They will always use it as a weapon.
As a weapon.
Not today, not next year, but at some point
yeah
it's gonna come out.
Nice. Love
Understand.
it. I love it. 3 on our sins.
e ra o tlatse he o tla ba e botsa ngare o e bone
Wena o tlhalwa yo re nna re ordainile ke
ordained, guys. You
Yeah.
guys are very ordained. I love kamkhulu tlhalosang. Wait mara lena mara le tlhalefile. Wait. Okay, sharp. Guys, let's go, ne? Sfuba. Have you ever felt like you had to shrink parts of yourself to fit in with other men?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I grew up like slender, ne?
Yeah.
So carry lo tsotle lo chavela maphodisa so
Yeah.
it was flex. But over time I agree we grew up. Plus now I'm from an obese family, like from both my mom and my dad.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, like family ya ka kunna ke
Yeah.
batho bale.
Yeah.
So you know, I think I couldn't handle this whole gaining weight thing and aging. And I thought I can't be. I'm not like Rome. Rome grew up like Rome since we were since the day we were friends. Rome was just like so. He's more comfortable in his own body. You
Yes,
understand?
yes,
Not
yes.
to me. I had to go through the transition.
Yeah.
So I wasn't comfortable with it that much until I went.
Yo.
What's one?
Okay, let's talk about shrinking, not your emotions, but some of your principles and values in order for you to fit in a crowd. Have you ever lowered your standards to that point where you want to be noticed? Or in a way now lead values out, you just do things just to impress other men?
Every man goes through a phase where you need to shrink your standards in order to fit in. Though I think it's a very bad thing, because when you've got standards, at least you've got a vision to follow. Mara mara location. O ka botsa batho ka mara location wa rena ke nyoko tsa maka Lamborghini Urus. Ai ha ona wa ka utla so ke betla dilo tso dira, because Both of us we Google and then they realize we jump back and trailer. How much is the Uras now? Like 5 mil or so? Once or they like, what's that chance? Because why is the flopper na location in King? Are level trajectory a mood. Lower ambition a high fika guy. Understand? Are Martiman is far maybe 5 meter guy twar. Though we can't tell the future, but it's much like Urukai twar. If we nyaka. But in a situation where we are discouraged, stigma allocation, it's very, very, very difficult for anyone to hear you on what you are saying. So if you're gonna lower your standards to them by lungur banana kamuku, I just feel it's a career suicide. Or where now what people lie yourself, because if you've got an ambition of saying, can you go na play so? Or can you go so in order to learn so, then it means you've already set your standard. Once what? Mutu kono to kamara location as nasilor na gonna mid-trend. How much or why mid-trend? No, I network better there. But maka dabana le mindset o mungwa saga o musharp. I would rather go stay there. Moki to more dimense bagensen lebon. Every time rulela saga.
Yeah.
Because saga gen to nakinyaka. Once one. Omongwe, I won into when away bona. The minute we are mid-trend, do wabe nungs to push a urasela novel like I Conan atomo kalohanya or pila more the problem was not me. It's the environment I'm in. Once one. I'm quoting this movie again and I need to find the name. Now damano salary. I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want the environment to be a product of me.
Yeah.
Meaning majita kasi waboneka na hor dideng ya ireya. Wantwar. Maybe that's when lebona ba ga ituturupa ene ba titsia at that level. Hor marjomo sfuba o fitlile ga fitla man. Wantwar. That's all we need to do. I don't know if I answered you right, but
Perfect.
I feel like sometimes so necessary to lower.
Yeah.
What necessary because of when I level to valoring horopele lebona o tshwanetse pele lebona based on how you live. Mentality tshwanetse change.
yeah.
Hona ba nomba ntse ya ba re cat batho ba re tla berana le bona ke di businessmen. Nna ke le khete ke phela ke tla rola ke tsheha ke betha di joke there and there. I believe re nna ke nna motho le reng ke phela ka di joke. Mara ba nomba mbotsa ba re hello ro tonyo go ya kwa. Tshwanetse ro tsebo di joke tsa o di bele kwa. Go bolediwa sense kwa.
Relevant.
Kwa le ba dong ro bola le batho ba le reng ba ka o drive sa yona Lamborghini. Kwa la o le fitla mo la ba tlo fitla wa actor o bari wa bolela ka banyana wa bolela ka bolo o re fitla kwa le wa utlwella o bolela when is necessary. Which means o fitlile mo la wa tshwanetse fitla mo la ka tabe o reng nna ba nong ke nna khete ke bolela thata. Chief ha o bolele thata because tse dingwe tse a dunya go ro bolela. Which into e tshwana leng e tshwana le taba o reng I always say hore ona lo ba le information mara wa se be the right person or o bolele ka yona.
Yeah, true.
You can have information yoke mo lefatsheng mara wa se be the right person to spread that information to the public. Tshwanetse re na go ngo di dimali go di dimala na go ngo o tlo thusa because of o utlwella or o fitla go ntlung wa e process wa bona oh mara ngebe o boletse no ile mo disturb ataman as fit ntanya go bolela because of onyo go bolela wena. So na go ngwe ti lo ware na go ngwe compromise lo tsonyo go tshwanetse di compromise hore khona o utlwella magrotman that's why ba re ke magrotman batho ba holo batho ba.
Yeah, rahudua mo.
Furua ngwana.
Rafudua mo. Kente chom. Ari chom. Yes. Yeah, rafutumala.
Yeah, to me.
Come on. See, sharp. Do you feel pressure to have it all figured out by now? Una no kare bophelo ba hao no. Una le pressure or tshwantse e be le hore o accomplish certain things.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe it's because of I believe in God too much.
Yeah.
I believe in God to a point where ke feel kare hele na kwa ka e tlo bana kwa.
Yes.
Henganya go phela ka pressure hore ke nyako fitla hore ke figure everything out go feletsa ka tsalo tse di snacks. Go feletsa ke rekisa di drugs because of kitsa ka re ka date ke nyongwa na golf 7. Go feletsa ke tsa lo tselo reng di ka mpusha hore ke reke golf 7 mara ba no he ke tlo lebella morawa tla be ke nya ka maphodisa or tla be ba no ke nya ka batho. So I believe or if modimo nyakela lo tse di sharp e tla fitla kana kwa tsona.
Yeah.
And na ke rata rapela tsona
We rapila wait. And banna ba bantši ba tšhabela thapelo.
And I don't want to tapelo bjang. Tapelo how easy rapela.
How easy?
O sa mo rapela benong and plus akere na robala ka mapona benong o tla benong ho ro nyo go rapela wa emara modimo mo ke tella modimo re go no apara something. Wa kra wa bere 1-0 wa bere ka ono benong wa mfrasta. Yeah, so I believe you know I always tell ba to get cho wetsi ho na le peace mo bophelong o kana wa bana lori wa khawateha maybe financially wa khawateha maybe bana tshwantse re ba je di hamper ba esgela but then e ba le peace jo na le peace to e mara da mono drive golf 7 mara ya ka tla fitla wa tlohela wa yo go max wa yo groove wa tawa wa ya ha wa yo roba
Yes.
mara ba no ganyo go tempa pressure o tlo felletsa ba nngwe tsa dilo tse loreng ga wa tshwanno di itsa because of now o tempa pressure ya ho nya go ba le ntho e byana and most of batho ba baya ba nyaka dilo tse di so because ba nyoko re ba ntebelle so
The societal standards.
anya ke koloi because of o nyoko re ke be le koloi ke khona ho ira di venke vongo ke tsengwana ke mise creature
Yeah.
ke tse o nyoko ba le koloi because of ke nyoko re ke tshwanele ba fana ba le ba go ka se ba driver di golf 7
Nyako boniwa.
a felletsa a etsa lo tse di snacks because of o nyoko boniwe mara rena bo khete re no re a ke na yona mara at least ke khono tsa male ba ba nang le tsone a go ka di make re hanyane
Yeah.
o hata fela hanyane bophelo ene o kre lo reng nna ke leng o mo normal ke snang di flow PC ya ka impe a thuepenya a ke wa re ka selo e mense ba khawate ya ka mo
Yeah, blind.
mense ba robale ka mo
Yeah, blind.
Because of pressure.
a ba robale not hore ba phela ba le go strateng a robale o khono bya tlhogo mo msaemelong mara ka se robale because ba nong se se leng ka mara pelo ya ho ya tlhatswa pelo a wana peace
A wa buleha.
a wa buleha because of o se dipile mo bophelong bo loreng ba o palla hore o bokhone bophelo bo you need to do makala hore bophelo bo tswele pele eno phela ka makala ke masepa a ona re ka nyo go phela even if ba re banna tshwantse re be mo stra hona lo ba mo strateng wa bosfuba ba mo strateng because ba ira ntwe right
Yes.
hona lo nna mo strateng ona hana ka re ke tlo khona tsa camera la ke rekisi
Yeah. Yeah.
so PC amohela situation emela na kwa how even if maybe because of I believe mo di maletswana na I believe in God
Yeah.
and I believe ore hena go le shapo ke tla ba shapa bambino tla ile ke na go kindergarten so
Yes. It's very important. It's very
No, that's
important.
true.
kindergarten
Kindergarten.
Montessori.
Isn't
na le
great?
eso ko mafelio
Yes.
ka
Yeah. Yo, Eri, what's something you are proud of that has nothing to do with money or status?
I being a father, I never really.
Oh, Marlori.
I never really.
Sawiti.
Being a father,
And le
fuck it.
papa,
I don't care who says what, but I'm the coolest dad out
ke na le
there.
jealous because ne ke nyo ya ra ka re ke be ke rile ke nna ke bolele bjao
Ah, oh, ya ra ba le ra.
I don't care who says what, but I'm the coolest dad out there. I might be strict at times, but you know, I think also another thing is I realize now where the problem is with our generation of parenthood. It wasn't the fact that our parents don't understand us, it was the age gap.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
The age gap plays a major role on how you parent your kids. Understand? Now, yes, to us it's taboo to have a child at a young age.
Yeah.
But look at it this way. A lot of white people get married at like 21, 22, 23, they've got kids. By the time that guy is 40, the son is 18. He's already teaching this guy how to run his business. This guy retires as 45 because the son is there. They plan these things accordingly. Rena unyoko ira ngwana ona le 35. Ngwana ola hana le 15 wena ona le 50. Two bits am dala.
Wankhupisanyana.
A little clicky.
Wankhupisanyana.
Why? What?
Akina ngwana.
Wait, June. Sound. Go grela damano mo no lampe. One Tara. So now what happens is at the end of the day, because of the age gap, you get to understand a bit where they are coming from. Lebona, they get to understand you as a father. One Tara. o ka slate motho a na le 50 wa re papa re dire TikTok dance a ka se o tlhaloganya
yeah
mara nna le thabo kgono lata re jo mojita go na le dance engwe bjana he re ka hira nna nka kry di-follower ke re wena ba o itse wa bona re bolela language e one ke re le thabo nna ke kgono o bina no wena le o ka ba teng as long as people can see gore I'm dancing with my father followers ke re okay let's do it better tshwere ke bolwetse wa ntlhaloganya ne so I think with me one thing I can pride myself on is the fact that through everything that has happened, also with my firstborn and fighting for her and losing money and losing everything that I actually had to fight for her. Fatherhood is the one thing no one can say, nah, understand, nah, my father.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 2.
Do you want more?
I wanted more, hey?
Ne?
Yeah,
Okay.
man. I wanted only one, Norma fell. These guys are grown now. One is 16, one is 12. Babora, no. Serious, babora. They, you know, yeah, they busy with their own things. You know, sometimes when Pila walks in the house, hey Mujita, sure. Hey Malum Rome, sure. He takes the ball, he goes out. That's what he say. So, you know, we need this little one that can.
Yeah.
But then that's also what I'm scared of now. It's the age gap. I mean, if we're gonna have a child now, I'll be 40 years older than that child. So it's a problem. Ha thoma ba re ho tsena di AI maybe ba utswa zaga ka AI nga se tlhaloganya gore motho wa speed go ro wa ntwaela wa bona so in better net da but yeah man that's one thing I'm proud of on my side.
Lwena
ajo nna before nka ba ngwana o mo sharp for batswadi boyfriend e sharp chomi e sharp eng e sharp re ke benta to mo sharp thungwana
Yeah.
we did not ngwanola e ngwanolo ntshintshitse jo phela na ever since ngwanola tla mo lefatsheng jo like bophelo ba ka bona le ke khono bona way forward
bona le purpose
because when they say ngwana ke blessing na I know it
Yeah.
ish
agenya gore malo maba ne le go TikTok
Yeah,
ke botsa banyana ke re o itse nna mo bophelo ba ka go tla ngwana ka pele
vele
o nyaka ba re go rata byang ka ba byang le girlfriend ta ka o le mang mo se ile o tshwantse re buitse gore ngampane re khawane
no
for ngwanola so ho ba papa o mo shapo ho phala ho ba a community leader e sharp batho na le majita mabaya ke di community leader ba tlhokometse batho ba bangwe ko family ke family leader mara ba dong ha sharp towards ngosi ya hae yeah so I siba we boletse jo ba papa
ne
je di ntshini ma
yo le nna ke tlo ba mme one day
sawa
And you'll make a good one.
I would I would
o tlolo be di tsara wa bala
o re ke tlo lo berekisa
bala
o itse keta I tlo dila le okay shia ngwe
Mpolai,
question
ngwana mme.
o check le kete fusa le shapo ne yeah ere how much of your self-worth is tied to your job or income like o tinietse tata when it comes to you know what even if we are not employed I know we are submitting ko bosong ra ipereka mona
Yeah.
we're doing something at least to regresak so now how much is your self-worth like your self-worth le ntho irang di thakane byang like are you aligned together we ira ka pela we hotle or re mo ka wa ira because o nyaka zaka for ngwanola or wa ira because you're doing it for yourself and your self-worth
yeah le fatsile ke le molona la ba mo camereng
yeah
le mo maboneng
Yeah.
ke le fatsile re ntlhakentse go te bona ke le ka mara
ne
I feel like even if currently ali asinki ke bi ke risaka e ke nyaka mara ke hotse ke nyaka ba mo medieng so mo di camereng
yes.
mo di micing so I feel like it's an achievement so again ke na ka re it's a test from God di boy o hotsa nyaka ba so ke mo feel na asinki ke mo feel na le zaka o tlo appreciate ba nunga I appreciate ke ntse ke sina zaka so if it like nsa zaka ko pele because ke appreciate le yona because ke ne ke nyaka so no ke kreile now ho nyaka gore ke e berekise gore re kono mpha zaka
ai we bile monate we
yeah because then ka nyaka gore ya nna ke nyaka ilo bereka ko Roslina because of ke nyaka zaka ba ilo lawyer ko Roslina a lawyer kwa
butlogam
so ngono ke nna hona molelena re se mo di camereng re trend na
Go ka slow ke botho cho.
mona mo tlo lawyer
And now I'm talking lawyer go phone.
mo ba ilo nkopela di bitse
mo be lo trendy
so go ngono mo ke mo wana mo ke le mo teng ke mo ke nyaka ba mo teng ke gore he ke lo nyala motho ke tseng gore wa itse gore okay o kwa media
Ne.
I lo fitla ko media ha bolele because of represent relationship o bolela because of ke motho go media
Yes.
a pretend o ipolelela so
Yes,
media
yes.
ke ntho le re ntlhakentse ke nyoko nna ka mara yona chelete tlatla yona iteng ona ra tloa mara re tlano bana
Hey, what do Achomia? You guys have a lot of similarities, eh?
Yeah, like with me, look, with me, I've been in retail,
Yeah.
construction,
Yeah.
telecommunications.
Yeah.
For the first time in my entire life, I'm happy.
Ooh, bathong mara.
I'm really, really happy to a point where, you know, at some point somebody called me for a job and it was a nice paying job. And when I was about to take it, Lisa said, don't go back there. He said, I would rather have this version of you than the version I used to have before that's always tired and miserable and what for the sake of a salary. Ay, brag, rana dilo tsao, no. No ke nako ya gore rane dilo tsao. And that actually taught me one thing I never realized all these years, or now I get to control my time.
yeah
Yes.
Understand? Kare jalabo Belinda shoota ka one ya ka one, alright sharp. As we bile joy ke ka two sharp. Oh, no wait. Ka shu ke itse ke structure dilo tsa ka byang. It's just that with that, at the end of the day, you need to understand that when you are your own boss, you work harder than when you were an
Yeah,
employee.
true.
Yes, you control your time, but if you don't work, you don't get what you're supposed to get. Understand? Yeah, it gets sometimes it gets so hectic to a point where next time that time me from WhatsApp ila ra mpotse mojo le schedule sa ho lebelletse o tla ba le nako ka mo dibeke ke re ka re le nna le ke drokile ke boroko ke no type ke tla bota I'm phone la tsaya re wena wa bona ka re mare jo but why you go se put it down I know it's just that you've been so busy and rafetana you know when I wait, I walk my 1 hour bala, naga my 5 kids, so I get 5. Understand? So we literally, you know, passing one another in the house. Right? No, I hear what you're saying. So, but I wouldn't trade what I'm doing right now for anything.
Yes. What's your IQ test score, Cho?
I don't know. I've never tested it. People have done
it.
o testing
IQ.
sansama
Why?
hey now technology technology
I know most there's like exams, never pull or something like
It's a general knowledge exam.
Yes.
Basic
And then what makes you clever?
The knowledge that you would have based on those questions they're asking you, yeah. And then by calculator in a certain way, then you test score how.
Yes, but I mean, what's the ultimate score to say that your IQ is high?
Above 100, I think.
Okay. I've never wanted to try. Somebody said that on TikTok. Or I must be put in a lab and people must analyze me.
Here's a question. What's a stereotype about men that actually affects your day-to-day life? What is it that is very stereotypical? With certain things whereby it affect that day-to-day life.
Success.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Every woman expects every man to be successful.
Yeah.
Bonsoir. Every woman, their ideal man is a successful man. For every woman. I even said it on Majita Mandi. I said, women paint a picture of a man that they want.
Yeah.
Then they expect you to fit in that picture. And if you can't fit in that picture, according to them, you are not man enough because you don't fit in the picture that she has drawn. And it's a problem. I can be the picture that you want, but it means you need to groom me to be that picture. You understand what I mean? I can't come as perfect as your picture. Understand? Little bit no bang banyaka ngwana mo discipline wa uphalala lisha kiza abamgree bamnyakile ba barku
Yeah.
ba setlela le se slinte wa understand but no it's fine re tla grooma se ra fitlisa down a floor wa understand at least that's how we take it as men. If you can't get what you want, settle for what is best to what you want, grow it to what you want.
Oh, okay.
And we understand that whole trajectory wa understand we need to do that. Basadi abai become ko basadi it's always success. That's why the last go buditse ka ko majiteng ho kry ngwanyana re ba fetu ke kreile motho ba re ke cheap wa ria o monate ka ba ria ba sha basadi bo butso o bereka kae
Una le
wa ra sefuba wa jiga ba a ke batla
Re a tlale.
wa jiga wa o jiga
What trend go TikTok?
and then you haven't even searched in my financial status or ke tsamaela kae.
Yes.
You don't know whether ke tshwere zaka or a ke na yona. You making your assumptions based on what you see.
Yeah.
Wa understand?
Yeah.
Wa right na sefuba swaka na ke nyaka tamanola wa o tsamaka ka GD6 ta. Sharp wena le diamond lava mnata kere. Mafella khwedi ya fitla diamond tshwantsa patele di salary a patele GD6 a sale ka 20 rand. A o bontse re bophelo bo tsamaela kae. Ho rata dilo se da chelete. Gore baby ba nong nna re ngwana mme ka e fe.
Wa bona lwe.
Ka e fe. E bila be honest lo ena sheba o bulele di app tso tlare ya business ashi ke patetse di salary ya GD6 e hohile le nna ko jiga ke tla no bona. Aba phone le sefuba re ngadime 5 clip ka fedisa style.
Yeah.
Ke move. Nna ke BRU'Z ka ke re mathata ha ke a tlhalohanya.
Yeah.
Wena o ka sa tlhalohanyo le mosadi.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
So I think that success is one of the biggest things that we suffering from as men. Like we also want to be successful.
Yeah.
One time.
Sure, Ketwena or how?
Ere ke accommodate ba le ba sitse school.
Yeah.
This thing your monna ke nkulela teng. Banna ba ba baya they are failing or they cannot express their feelings because of banyoko nna banna go sechabeng especially go basadi. Hona le banna ba ba baya ba khawate ya jo. Bana jo depression hanchi mo banneng.
Yes, true.
You are failing to tell her jo currently I'm not okay. Uka botlhoko like uka botlhoko lo tsa ka di vice sharp I'm failing to send that 5 point or 1.5 ko ngwaneng I'm failing to pay rent mo ke nnang mo teng I get sharp. Then now you don't have to focus on yourself and turn to focus on who you are happy. Well, so sharp. So Majida, I think it's high time now, or the feelings are in now. Ready be a pele because it's useless to be or to make someone happy when also happy because on your number was chubby. Nang the princess.
Ne. And no princess.
If not, I have to feel that pain. Get baby cook up talk. Why was that? Don't comfort mama. It's out on Nessa. At least the John. When I said
Marwa one of the emotions tsa o di director guy. Ko motho mo o itung o tshwantsa o comfort holiday. It's a problem when you are directing your emotions to people who don't see or they see it as a vulnerability. One tlhalohanya. Ho ita braga le rena ra lla go basadi ba re no ga bona masepa ka tshwere ke stress ke kolota ba ta alisa ko go amfa le se was thing. Kwaiti me frufana ra kuzolunga yazi so sharp. Ini ngire muna ngeke kulunga sikolota abantu. Into ngai understand. Wa understand ke motho elunguri u willing hore atle mo ilung hore ho le vulnerable for yena. Yena o feel hore o tshwantsa step in.
yeah.
One twa.
Ke ntho o nyakang also ne?
It's John now di ngamba un tshwarong dire so.
O nya go iriwa ngwana.
Yeah, and ho be sharp bra.
Go besa be tlhoya ka mo le tsweleng at least ke be.
Yeah.
O sa ngira hore ke feel ka re ke useless. Go na le ba motho o tla o ira ka re ai wena ke busy ko botsa ka bo re tshwantse re groove o re kae wena o mpotsa ka taba tsa yo jo like ka khawate ha me bra wena o mpotsa ka lutse tsa nyakeng jo ke a khawate ha no nne se di feelings.
But you know Ketne, there's an episode I watched there, BRU'Z conversation, where you guys said something and I understand where you are coming from. I'm digressing a bit, but you'll understand what
Yeah.
Where you guys were talking about who is a Musadi's girl.
Yes.
And you guys were saying no, it's a no and what. And
We were saying don't usamisa, rather help her out so that she can push herself and have things. Come kono bula lor mosadi ha build inside or ha tsamai. There's things that she has at the tsamai.
I get where you're going, eh?
Yeah.
I still have a different opinion on top of that one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Belinda, if I have a child with you, ke go strate. Anything can happen to me in the street. A go tswetse batho jo. Mara ke motho ilungur somewhere ke na le batho ba ka ba ilungur ba ira mishiga ya bona. A ke itse re ba irile mishiga ya bona ba ropa bo mankeme le bona motho a fitla se ba etha ka sata.
Yeah.
hypothetically I didn't do anything to empower my baby mom.
Yes.
My children are suffering.
Yes. Okay.
One
Key
tlhalohanya.
point. Key point.
We're doing to empower.
Empower.
Yes.
Key point.
Empowering means whatever that she's ambitious about and it needs me to pay the fund to Rai School. I need to do that. It's not an investment to her. Don't get it wrong. It's an investment to the child I brought to this world.
You know what we were.
Hore ke a itse hore le re ka khaogana.
Yeah.
Dilo tsa ka di le ko tlase.
Di tlo
Yena
ba
spana.
sharp. Yeah.
Ngwana ka ka se robale ka tlala.
Yeah.
I look at it ke dlala long game.
Ka ngwana.
Ka ngwana bra ke seng yena.
Context.
Ka ngwana.
Yes.
Yena motho lo reng hona be nong ho mmelletsa digestion. O mmelletsa hore le ho ka taka. Ngwana hao a sa so.
O monate.
Yeah.
Why it ana out here discuss a ditengare a re ya marasfuba wa tshwana. He o fetso sata o kra bariengwe ka re mara ngwana ka tlabanna kae. A re tlabanna ka marantwa digestion ka re tanko ke kenya kae.
But see, we really sharp. It's fair. Also, what we were coming from as well, in a way, you take a lady skolo, and then now you have an upper hand over her life. You now turn to control.
You see where the bitch nigga is coming from.
Yes.
This is where you being a bitch nigga because now. When now Mrs. Gela have it a twanto mo hopotso ru Mrs. Gela o tshwenya ngwana modimo a sanka o khopela
and
understand?
Yeah, that's when Ket Ari rather take your siblings to school so that you know they will pick you up anytime because you guys are blood related.
Guys, you know that the irony is some even siblings they might make sure bana ba wa ba Kristilo.
It's true. It's true.
If you look at ruteng wa rena ka mo ile go rolwa le rakhadi ayo ba kiwa nyuku. The irony of it is your family stands to take your money and let your kids starve than your own baby mama. You know what I like? Well, it's an unfair situation if I'm going to say it, but look at it this way. Either way, you are stuck with the child as a woman.
Yes. True.
Whether I walk away, you are stuck with the child. I would empower you for the sake of this child.
For the child. That one is fair. It's understandable.
100. So I when you guys said it, I looked at it, but then
why analyze
guy unpack yona.
Ina lebo.
No. But you need to understand. Hence I said to Ket, I understand where he's coming from because the stigma yakasi.
Yes. Yes.
That's the stigma.
Yes.
Mara, luena ka buena braga. There's certain things that you are doing right now that you are not even teaching your wife on how to run. There's people with multiple businesses and the wife doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And you are not teaching her about this business. When self we program or enough for a business. So now when you die, there's all these businesses standing like this. This is the right to that's all. Who told me me brass pili? Me brass we take my sleep. But you want to lose in Narga or Ranella to Nanging when I saw what you sign up. Can no sign up for the assets of another. Aside.
Yeah.
Marmoto henga be nekishika shikale na ke muruta dilots ke montor ejo ho shobile nna le butcher na le ane deng matala side re fana bokana wena iqhubeke le butcher wena your part you need to play this if I die nna le Keter na le ane deng ra hira e tsama ka contract e if I die carry on this with Ket call Ket tell him don't worry dilo tse di sa tsama in fact re go root wena no ya go Ket o ile le na die deng o khono bona re iriwa bya we ra skills transfer sa he wena o tlhokofala
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Whether she's interested or not, we need to empower them like that. So that le bona ba ska bola ke tlala en ba ska o ska kra ropile ke monno mongwe le ngwe ro tla sna selo iso.
A tlo jela bana ba ha.
Oh, no tlo ba jela bra.
Serious.
Enga o pokela.
Abule free cha ho a se slice se se skana sapalonia hempa ke hem jokes kaftin for fuck's sake. Me bra. Why is a rega palonia hempa de la site akawana les kaftin brag.
Yeah. I think I like this question. And how do you maintain friendships as an adult man? Is it harder than it was in your 20s?
Hey, I don't know it's the flower test.
Wafufa.
Mo, Let me land. And if you're not I don't care.
Yes.
Let me
Also,
start here.
I saw some. I don't know if we should speak about it on air.
About you.
About a certain individual who was going around podcasts speaking about how the whole movement.
Oh, yeah.
Ne?
Oh, like media manyane. Lions don't dance with monkeys.
Ke mango.
Referite da.
Ke mango.
Bonsoir.
Nale party skin sabos fuba sama kudzumele and then now.
Lions are not part of the dance.
Yeah. Lions hunt, monkeys will dance.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good. Yes.
But even now that you've brought it up,
Yes. As
these are the
friendships,
things
yes.
that I've realized. We use the term friendship too loosely. We use it too loosely.
Yeah.
We fail to determine people who are our friends
Ish.
and people who are passerbyers
Ish.
and people who are in secret competitions with us without noticing.
Ooh. And lawyer, wait.
You understand?
But
We use
lawyer.
it way too loosely. I think there has to be a criteria of where you should consider someone your friend.
Yes. Bophelo iramo Google mo.
One
Let
twar.
us know. Yeah.
I even asked it on Facebook. I said, if you were to say somebody's your friend,
Yeah.
where do you put them? What's your perspective about them? The answers are got there when we're not. You understand? Because we use it too loosely.
Yeah.
Unwal mutu ribiri kama the butcher ka usane ke braya how ke chomiaka. Man. Le nwa dibiri as chomiaka.
Laitane man.
Understand?
Yeah.
Friendship has to go a long way, Brian.
Thank you. Yes.
Like friendship, me and Romeo has been friends from 2007.
That's good.
2007.
Is he your longest friendship run?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
That's good. He's your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, chunyao.
Eh, muna Romeo tsena go nna sa kokota.
Yeah, why that ten? Why that ten?
Romeo le do ke bona bolela le di ke di caretaker.
Oh,
Le di
baby.
trustee.
Yeah.
Are ba mirele monwana go nna ta. Ke tshwe ka no ira la go roka go nna ka.
And you guys trust each other in that level.
You
whereby
understand?
You pour in each other's cups.
Yes, but my thing is, since 2007, there's never been anything that has given me a sense of disloyalty from Romeo.
Or any reason to doubt
You
him.
understand? Yeah, like if you are at a point where you are friends and ukono betchaka braya how there's a situation here and these people I don't trust them and ke aba bona or ba soften na Romeo ka ke nyoko bona Romeo ba irang go pele nyana Romeo ye le bona ba betray kwa go pele because o tla go nna re ba tloela
We've had those.
that's what you call a friend.
A friend. Ne?
Understand?
Yeah.
This is someone that understands you from the time you wake up to the time you sleep. This is someone that when you vent something to them, you can trust that you're not gonna hear it from somebody else. This is someone that you know when you fight, whatever iling makwa how he will not bring them up
Yeah.
in order to win this argument at the time. He will always stick within boundaries of respecting you as a friend.
Yeah.
Because you disagree as friends,
Yeah.
but there has to be a level of respect as friends.
Which is true.
One twat.
Yeah, it's true.
You might not see things the same way.
Do we also judge people who have a smaller circle of friendships, like about Mohan or Babai too? Do we judge them and look at them in a way, why can't you make friends outside of this person?
I really admire people who don't have friends
That's
at all.
good.
I think those people, they live a better life.
Yes.
Aba sebe ke motho. Aba fiele ke motho.
Aba utlwise ke motho botlhoko.
utlwise ke motho botlhoko. They just do them on a daily basis. It's a lonely life, but now I've narrowed it down all the way to Romeo Aloan.
Wow, irapile.
Understand?
Yes.
Because I had friends.
A lot of
I
friends.
empowered friends. Understand? Ba ileng gore nka se le botse gore ke empower le mala. Ba bang la ba itse, ba bang la ba bona. But those were the first people, whenever I turned my back, they had the biggest knives.
To stand.
One twar. Eno ba ilore ka gore modimo wa ka wa phela braka wa ka kwa siona ke molata le go thabeng. Go thoma re wa tlhaba ke a phefa.
Yeah.
Modimo wa ka re ko lwele moshimana ka re sala o lwa le bona nna ke a pele.
The friendships.
Di motlabe motho mfounela ka thu ya batse wa itse mamphoza go flopetse braka ke re yona flop out ya ka nna ke le lwena. So braka wa itse ne ke re ka o sane ke nyoko ke re wo wa bona busy mamo. Hape gore ko koletse doesn't mean that me and you are back as friends. No. o mmestela mathomo no o nyoko ya raka a ke style nna ke bone habedi nna.
So it also happens le mo banneng.
Yeah.
Wow.
Betrayal is worse on men.
Yeah, true.
Why do we think we kill each other? Belinda, let me give you a scenario. The only person I can tell you is capable of killing me right now ke Romy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ho ka khama Romeo a re suwa go kae o tlo botsa.
O ka ya toronkong ka
Ene Romeo a ka mfounela a re tshale a re tlhakane go the butcher. Ke a ya ke Romeo. He ke followa mo koloi ba sebetha.
Autaki.
99% ya banna ba ba bolaileng ka gun go makeisheneng ba set up ke BRU'Z tsa bona. Wa nkutlwa ke 99% a ke bolele bile ke tshaba ntwe. Hapa ona motho ka nkhellang gore butcher go kae. It's only his closest person that can say o ko plekeng eso.
Au kule 5,000.
Eh 5,000 bile ke bona le na o ka kry le kwa le mba mmofile.
True.
Bontswara or ba o tseya ka se sa le ba ntse ka sona ba tseya bana ba hao ba no ya le bona stairs ba ba rekela ice cream
Wa
ba
yaka.
shoot photo ba re what now
Wa yaka.
o tla lo re dilo di serious wa bastard o tla lo ra bya no dilo di serious ba greile bya ri ra bya go le so but that was over a tender engwe ka bukasi ka and I said I bile re ke
Just kid the winner. Friendships.
Braga o emanyana ka batho ba
Whenever you'd rather be betrayed by your colleagues than the friendship inyana tse snacks.
Now we nna ke flopisa keng ke flopisa gore dimense ba na le kwala necessary so motho no ba le kwala wena because of rakadi ya o postile go TikTok.
Yeah.
Are you this boy so smart? A ke rena tlhale file re bolla sense mo TikTok pele ra trend.
Yes.
Re trend bana batho ba kwata motho o kwata le re wa trend. Jo a so re ka trend ka na le saka. Ke trend because of
Rata ke batho.
ke so ene ngondo ya ka ishapo somehow so lo ena lena le nyoko kwa
awa marvano wa itse ngwe ba ka keng ne tlo tsena 2 minutes rakadi wa ile go ruwa o posta ko status o botsa dimano ro style ibile wa tshedi ya we happy you know that this is what makes a lot of women hate me because when I speak ka majita le ka mkhorfila le ka mkhofromente ba re khawata or maybe o krele re ke bolela ka flopo tsa rena majita towards basadi mosadi o la o tsa daiteng he throws it in the man's face wa monna monna
ke now
wa bona it creates a wrong stigma Brian
and I don't dimense bona ba ibodi ka gore when you are just here seeing your mind.
Yes.
How more because of your besha ban.
Na kinyoko a halla pala batho Brian. I'm not saying ke mangaleng wrong. I see it from how I see it.
Then when
but when who it's here and you weaponize it against that man or that woman, that man comes you want to be alone or mfano intle kwa mara had you said a joke ke kopelo check a video ya sfuba umputse hore ho ya ka wena. Are we not dealing with the same problem now? And then Aria Tlhatle, maybe he might be wrong, he might be right, but he just mentioned something elong hore re tsamaya marayo.
Yeah.
Then u tlo comment the style.
Yeah.
Ba ikira batho. Lo tse ke tsa mo phone.
Whenever they do that, it hits home, Brian. It hits home.
Di teng as much as Suba kono bolela ka Grootman hore they've been chomi for and from 2007 gona le mense ba loreng ba economy ba BRU'Z tsa hao le ntwe e bophelo le be sharp the problem e thoma ho nyo go computer le bra hao once you computer le bra hao o nne fa tsona hane hore mentally am I going to compete with this person mentally ona fa tswana hana busuwe ba bolela ba utlwela ka lefatshe wena o bolela le ngwana wa nyo go utlwela so wa bona hore ba ding o ka se compete le tamane ko family ngo selo a ona mo lo reng o ka nna mo fatshe wa nisa batho mo ba botsa something ba utlwela a ona motho a utlwela mara o nyo computer le motho le reng utlwela ka lefatshe who are you
mara o competela the problem is there why do you get to a point where you need to compete
nna sa le ka skema o tsheng o tshie re le go di drag racing tsa mesh so here tsena obviously batho ba nna batho ba mpona o cat cat mona di so cat so da man o ituna le kwale because of ke dumedisa ke batho yena hona le mo lo reng o tumme go tema ro tumme mo sekeleng enyane sekela enyane a ba tsamaye lo tse di so o ba le kwale hore ya e lena le dumedisa ke batho ene ba itse gore le phela bjang
How ke boloi bo?
ba ntse wa mforestane so ka mo pelong itse ka reng ka re mo ena ka re mo bophelong go ga hila so ba sha
Yeah.
o khawa ile braka like
Yeah,
no
you need
khawa
to find healing within
ya
yourself.
no tsamoya ya ba profeteng e le gore go ntlong ba pa ba o paletse ya ba profeteng ba o thuse because ona le bothata bo bo serious a ona gore ka ba le kwalle motho phelang lena every day hello rena le kwale le batho ba phelang le bona ya ba profeteng because of ayikona hal wa phela le bona lena le baloi ka dipelo le bola batho ka dipelo because of pelo ya haelo le nna me brake phela sharp ke khono reka at least di wings nyana le di bright pack nyana tsa go ba le se tsona le jealous because ko ja chicken
Batho.
because wena just phatha re tshwane jo
Hey.
na re ba di prawns ke lo tse re neng gore go di
Yes.
reka ka di o kwata because of nna go rumunya ke jaka fork and knife re ikira motho lena le image dimension jo
As a black society,
Yes,
the brag,
it's
like that's the
true.
honest truth.
It's so true. Yes, le mara le tlhalefile. A ke tse ke la weekend ke re le tlhalefile.
tswela pele ngwana
Ish.
a re khatle ke motlholo
Let's go. Ketchum, utla irene. What does being a man mean to you right now versus what you thought it meant when you were 18 years old? Are thomega 18. Na gona le 18 years hore ke nyako wa monna. What is it that you had in mind or ke in
go ba le
2020?
ntlo wa le koloi
Yeah.
ba le chelete wa para
Yes.
sharp
Okay.
ne le bonna fone
Na go ela ka 18 years.
ka nako tsela ka 18 years ke
Yeah.
khatla ke lo tsa mo strateng ke bona ma grotman ke bona batho ba hola bana le di jabiri shake ba ja sharp ba no ye Hennessy ba le sharp hona ba neng ho ba monna go tlhokomela ngwana
Ish.
ba bana ka re o le monna wa ipona o tlhokomela ngwana o monna
Was chab was
a re bolele ka taba o tlhokomela mosadi ya ena
Ngwana.
go tlhokomela ngwana gago ke bonna you are a man
Ish.
o deserve gore go nna mo podiumong re o tshele ka mablomo re halala o monna ya go reka mabotlolo go wa sharp mo bophelong o tshwara tšhelete mo founung o ire so o ire founu ka tšhelete a re o date menes monna e jo go na le bana ba ka banyana ka tšeko go na le banyana ba lo ba tlo botse re ke thukile lerato la papa gore ke phele so it's because of ke tlhokile lerato la papa that's why ke phela so re na lo ba lebella re bana le maaka maro ka lebella pila
Ish.
ba right
It's true.
na le bafana ba ba bhaya ka tšeko ba khawatea go ntle batho ba di drugs re ruila ka bomo a o botse re jona mai time a te
Ish.
wa ntse le time o le te for bana ba hao then o monna
You're a man.
because o fa bana o payvela e jo whether o tshwere saka wa tshwara saka but ngwana file lerato la papa o payvela ngwana la bophelo bo loreng o tlo mo tshwara sharp ka boshi go ba monna jo go easy and go ba da for ngwana go easy
Yeah.
yes ba na le wetsa gore go ska ba easy banyana ba kre ba nong ba hana re bona bana ba rena
Weaponize
ba lwa le rena
kawana,
for bana e
yeah.
mona lwa le nna fo ngosi yaka and then ka bosu go go mfiela go strateng gore ha tlhokomele ngwana ke ntata style but I want to be there but because of wena o na le dikhagano tsa hao le bophelo ba hao se tsunya go lwa le nna e re ke be da fo ngwana gore ke khono ba monna
Ish.
go ba monna go supporta ngwana
That's beautiful.
and then tse dingwe tse ko ba boyfriend lo ba motho a nyetseng o nyetsa o monna o nyetse
Yes.
o sa re go nyetse wa nagana ka re monna o na le mosadi ka motlong go ba monna go tlhokomela bana
I love that. Wena o nyetse.
ke laka le ya wena o
Nyetse wena.
nyetsa
Fua, aba ithunyana.
Uh,
What is it to be being a man to you?
I get to hear what syllabus did you guys go to, but go science ya metric.
Yes.
Go na le Newton's third law of motion.
Yes,
Judge.
yes.
Yeah, every action is
Has
got
a
an equal
reaction.
amount of action.
Yes.
Monna ke accountability. Monna ke every action that you take stand for what comes after that.
There's a reaction.
Montwara. Yeah. You must know. Ho chavela bana o sa ba support tswana le kheta o botsa gore monna go tlhokomela bana. The reaction of it is you're a deadbeat father.
You are.
And we all know it. Montwara. And if you are man enough, take accountability and say, bana ba me wa itina ne ke re groupeng kana kwela ne ke sne zaka so no ke monata re thome mfa. And there's no problem with that.
yeah
Montwara.
Yeah.
But the accountability that you have taken, it makes you a man. Understand? Wabana, the moment you cannot take accountabilities of the actions that you take and can't stand for the repercussions of the actions that you take, you are far from being a man. Very far.
Ne, very far, ne?
because wena ko ra re ntho ngwe le ngwe o nyoko hira and then ditlamorao tsa teng o nyoko di dira ka ra o di bone
Yeah.
o ntse o di bona gore di a ireya
Ne.
wa ntshwara so you need to be at a point where you understand hore being a man is taking accountability wa ntshwara ebile rena people who are modern fathers the accountability goes as far as nako nngwe tshwanetse o beye bana bao mo gore bana ba me wa itse mo ke flopile but ya mojita ro boditse I hear you I apologize e re ke tla lokisa wa bo ba re lokisa prior ka wa lokisa dilo di aba sharp
Aba sharp.
understand your son is going to always look up to you as a man because he realizes this guy even if he fucks up he still comes back and fixes I said it ko majita mandika rena we are somewhat a bit toxic because we were raised by parents who never took accountability of anything.
Yeah.
They will never say sorry. Motho a teng a bona o kampane wa afya ka eng.
Company. Hey.
Before a kare ko flopetse.
Sorry.
So we can't be that generation of parents. We need to come back and reconnect ourselves for wa itse keng fine ngwana ke ngwanaka and in that situation ke dictate but wrong is wrong.
Wow.
Bonsoir. I need to come back and apologize to this child so that she can understand that we live in a world that has got wrong and right.
Yes.
Wa bona nna jogo philombo ke philang go bona braka if you can't take accountability ha ona go risana go teng.
Yeah.
I don't care o kwaka o rumang if you don't apologize for your wrongs ha ona ela ba we going to waiver it I bereke bya ona
Yeah.
mo philong ba.
Yeah.
no le wrong
Yeah, ke bereke ka white dawn na braka we face it. Understand and when we face it o ka je ke se lo ga sorry braka.
yeah and obuhloko because re phela le batho ba lona ba palla gore botsa nnete
Hey.
mense mabaya they are failing to tell us nnete or me brow floppy because of whole outi ho dumela or wrong o botsa ke o tshengwe that then it's a blessing as long as o dumela or bra o botsa chief o floppy wa amohela it's a blessing ya ona le banna ba bantsi re mono floppy le methile ka mpa mara maron telletse
Ish.
then another question and ro heta ka man
No, why is it flop mo guy braka like if motho kono o botsa hore o flopile and lo ena wa itse accountability my thing is a ona motho le ngora ka o botsa hore o flopile e le hore they don't look for the best in you Wantswara.
Yeah.
They know at that point it means you acted out of character and as a cat or meeting
that's why
are o flopile because wow criticize
Okay.
or flopile because you need to fix this because this is not you.
I love that. Here's a question. Do you have a space where you can talk honestly without being judged? If not, what's stopping that? Erigire scenario. You guys are chilling with your friends, like different groups that alone the way lirang. Are you free enough for you to talk about matata how, lady brasta how, whereby you know you're never gonna get judged? Are you there?
Define matata.
Bo financially, bo.
Ya re ke na le dikoloto.
Okay,
It's a known fact.
Ko lenyalong, like bothata ba bo tshwereng with your wife, dilonyana tsa ba where you feel like you know what, sharp o ka re ka bona hore I'm not where I'm supposed to
Wena
be.
mpolaya. Don't.
Like you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be ka life, but you wanna share dilonyana tsa ba le bra wa itse ruma ka so judge. Yes, but in a setting or in a group of friends, are you free enough for you to speak about those things? O itse o ka judge you or wa di ba lore ba bona ba ga morse ya bana.
I what depend or ke bo man.
Yeah.
Na le mauti a mangwe ke mafielo. Ho na le mauti a mangwe o tlhakane le bona. It's about building and meaning when you build with people it also got to do with the challenges. Bonsoir. Ho na le mauti a mangwe you are not in the same age group and you feel hore you could have been at some point at this stage. Bonsoir. Ho na le mauti a mangwe they might be younger than you but you need to listen more and talk less.
Yes.
Because a re tsamaye tsela ya o tshwana. Na le batho ba bone dilo before wena and they know them better and if this guy knows it better then let's listen to this guy so that we can move. Understand? There's certain things tse leng hore ho na le batho ba bangwe o ka se di bolelle bona. Because go buditse ka re ba bang ba di weaponize. Ba bangwe ba feel hore they are not at the stage where especially wena ka gore ba o nyatsa. Even if you talk freely about it and try and advise them on it, it cannot be you. You can have information, but you're not the right person to say. But you've got the information.
Yeah.
So there's circles where people feel it's good to be vulnerable because of the mindset and the intellectual capacity that those people have. There's certain circles that you cannot be like that because the mindset there is just not, and I can't say it as I'm trying to say it as polite as I can, but I'd say it straight. It's the mindset there is just not clever enough to understand why would I make a mockery of the fact that Kete Otakurina are Eshu Amaloa Negas Nemabone? Twanze go manye Kete, o shota bianca mabone, o some phone like a Romela Tutlipa, or Rega Mabo. Chances are one now yet, when I want Nalonganagamuli Fifi. If I ever hear you all like a mabon, Ilura one phone, Ruto Cabana, Brian.
You are opening up that.
I'm opening a door that he can depend on me as what I consider as a brother and a friend.
Yes.
Because it's pointless for us to be together and watch each other suffer. That thing is one of the Belinda Jomutaula the go and a packet carabraga, go freaching on a shell, Marafika Damanar Ju, Arvair Jigga somewhere, Atane Max Damana regular Aragama Botolama Vidia Hennis. Auna shebo. It have young Hennessy Nava Basaji. Unalpelum Pufikago.
Yeah.
What was the man or job before Rega Hennessy Joe Turbo? Name fan mock turbo ma 4,000 Royra and Fana Arrega Bry Pegger Chigagonata. Bonsoir, or Rega Bry Pegwa. Lemsadiwa Kotalo, Rimpie Casla Lemare, irregular share.
Yeah.
Lota enough fruit corner jotoratli pot la jalan chico spanning on Rashem White. Lratalela Galita Telamuna, so you need to understand, Hori. Sekele when we put some more of Ventagoyon. Are these people okay? Even if you vent, do you have hope or what about
That's true. That's actually true.
Or are these the type of people that you are going to vent to, and the next thing Bawutaro snipe because Ulagantu? Well, Baba may be also save it, but literally have the guts to tell you you're a fool.
Yeah.
And not understand or for you this is a problem.
Yes.
And you need to fix it.
Yes.
So you need to choose the people that you vent to. You need to really choose.
I get around.
Before getting Sausa.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it's nice to categorize people more okay. Let's say whenever no wabana subaka grot man. Ngastis subaka mira chomi. Ngastis subaka re ken wor subaka chomi aka. Suba omokai. Dintsha kae. A se type lo reng ka mira motho o mo beya mo bophelong ba ka. Sfuba ke mira motho lo reng he ke khawate. I ran and say Hortman can I flop so antinise mo fatshe ankhale o rampontshe mabaka.
Yes.
Let's say now gonna flop le medem. Sfuba itse medem wa ka. Mara tshepi o itse medem wa ka.
Oh yes.
Sfuba pe medem wa ka ke kirile text ya moshimane a re sole so re medem wa ka ke na hana ka re o ira ntwe ompa advice based on me leta be ke mo fileng yona.
Information, yeah.
Tshepi ka bosiwa ka mpa advice o tlo bona medem wa ka.
Eish.
Asa bona medem wa ka ka gore ke medem wa khet.
O mona le se fe.
Yeah.
When it comes to medem or batho ba phelang le bona, create someone o le reng o kwa di advice. O kwa byala. O kwa di koloi. O ska tsa motho moano nyo go mira ntho e.
Yeah. Nice.
Atla le ifata man. Ke style ke tlo mo tlo tso. Ke nana ka re medem wa fe ba yo ha mfana wa nyela ba o nyobela.
Awala re le tabuo aro that's why ba o jela.
So
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes,
mo
I like
bophelong
that.
as Majita, it's high time ho bana le magrotmane ba lo reng he re na le di flow tse di serious, we run to them and grotmane ke grotmane ho le mfana.
You know what's the irony of that?
Yeah.
Women
Like
don't see it the way we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
I'll tell you what I realized. Ke bone video ngwe ne. And le nkutlwela ke mofiele the funny chef kwa ka tjo.
Yeah.
Are o tsama le motho o mo tshepile gore lo ke le kutsumela. A fitlhe ko plekeng a re ha tsena a khotle ke motho mongwe are young man hona mo yemeng tsamola tala botlo are
Young man.
This is what people don't understand go strateng, especially le basadi. Everybody has a boss. Everyone go strateng. Understand? Wena o ka no ba boss wa mo marona le boss engwe ya haule o la ona le boss wa high. Understand?
Yeah.
It's a hierarchy engwe ye lunguru wena ibile lo le boss wa mo ka sitse the boss e leng go give you. Maru wa magala ba utsa ba re jona le thongo tshwantire hene tla godimo. Kodimo ke go mang?
Ke mang?
But you don't need to know that. Re ire hamo.
Yeah.
And batho bao ke magrotmana o ke batho ba o groomileng to be what you are. Ke batho ba ileng gore ba rile ba ira dilo tsa bona ba re mara mfano wa ka man ha je something a be le ntlu a be le estrenyana. You understand? So why would you blame me if I'm calling that person a grotman because I'm where I am because this person actually groomed me? Ke grotmana ka time. No nyaka gireng ke monyatse.
Ha o la utsi
E lore ke motho ileng gore hona ba nong herentse so. Hertsena ka mara room ke mmitsa grotman. Wena wa mnyatsa ke. Now kononta plan ya re support ngwana hao.
Yeah.
Yena dima no monyatsa.
Yeah.
If anything ne tshwantse bile o worshipa ko wena o feta nna.
Yes.
You understand? So that's what women don't understand about that type of a hierarchy. A o thiengwe le ngwe mo bophelong e na le grotmane ya yona o ileng gore o tlaentse a mo grooma ka bophelo a mmontsha gore dilo di bereka byang, might be business wise, might be strata, might be how to negotiate, might be how to run certain businesses, but there's someone, well, in English terms we call it a mentor. Rena re bitsa gore ke grotmane.
Yeah.
Understand? Ke grotmana ga dimane ke ena joirang di 1-2.
Yeah.
Understand? One tang ding. Le nga mo phone le grotmane no ga mokotla wa saka. O setse ka ka mfana. Ke setse ka 40,000 e ra for the next 2 months. Ke akawate. Ana mfana ka sa wara e ke tla o irela plan engwe bana ra ntsha RFQ engwe ya o busa matleng. O mfana ka we.
Let me jump on ko e ya basadi ne. The reason why maybe women basaiboni in that manner is because women are governed by money.
Ah, true.
How so? Sharp sfuba ke motho a ka sfuba ke ice boy. I get ke ice boy ke young man ko tamanola, but because now I think negena no sfuba o tikemetse, but because ke young man and I can see him visibly or he's a young man, I'm like so chelete tshwereng we kra ko diman. But once over nas fuba take a look at my soul. There's a lot of women never comment under his post. You know what? I wouldn't mind dating Ice Boy and my soul. Why is that? Because they saw the money and what the money could do. It came from that guy.
True.
So I never know now when I say to Sfuba, young man, so I get fuck. Because why? I can see this money, but I don't see it visibly enough.
And for some women, it goes as far as now he wants to date the main guy.
Exactly.
Understand?
Exactly.
And now we talk about it in Sakamohara.
Then here we mo to Mongolo maga. Here we mo to Mongolo or maga lor na rasa. Mongolo.
I love this. Kat, we left with a few, ne? What's a bad habit you've noticed in yourself that you are actively trying to unlearn? So we were on for 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Is there a bad habit? Do you talk too much? Do you swear a lot? What is it?
Ke feel batho ba lo reng a ka tshwanno ba fa nako. Ke leke no ke lena ho stlhole ho nyoko ho sala lo tse di sa nyakeng morao.
So a bad habit to you is you being too free to accommodate batho ba unnecessary.
Accommodate ke ba sala morao ho sna ntwe ke lenang from bona le ntwe ke winang from bona. Wa bona nako ngwe wa bona ne ke itse nna ne ke tshwenya keng. Nna ba ka re no ke hudile ke tlono e bya phatlalatsa. Ne ke tshwenya ke taba ya ona hana ka re ho ba le ditšhomi tse baya ke botese.
Yes, that's a bad habit.
Se botese.
Yes.
Hoba le tšhomi tse baya, you are now going to learn or in a way ba o use because of ba feel o kare o mothonyana wa o dumela ntho nngwe le nngwe. And now I'm learning to say no. Braya ka hari ka mo no. Braya ka banyana bale no. Wa ntshwara. So no ke khono phela bophelo bo sharp bo nang le balance because of kirang. Ke khona hore ke ipie pele ke feel hore a ke bilong emo. Ngono ke dine go ntlung hore ke lo groove le demons. Ba ke le ke groove le bona ba kana le nna go style ba re ha ke khete ke tsama le ena ke ena o khete e chief o manyane me bra setso nyo gore ba nong o tsama le nna because of o tsore ke le go batho ba tlono lebella mo rentseng mo teng a ibere ke byao ke mo bophelong mo gore lebella gore fe chelete wa then ka lebella ro sifuba umfoni tsa re khete mfana ke gore tse zaka ke nyaka batho ba tshwana le sifuba ha tla mo nna because of feel ka ra ke mfana ba reng ke khete ke mona go TikTok ke nyaka gore re tse zaka ho tla style e khete mfana ditshang e hona le event engwe wa mfana ka mabotlolo ke mantshi me bra ke nyaka mabotlolo mphe nyuke na le ncosi o le dia ka nyaka ntwe solo so nguse go nna nyaka ntwe solo so no mpoza ka mabotlolo now I have to say no to wena le groove ya hao and say yes to sfuba tlileng ka plan
yeah. That's true. That's 100. Yeah,
so
who did it? Wait, who did it? Yeah,
I know that hibernation worked, eh?
Yeah, hibernation. Yeah. What is that? Not Zimara. You know what? Yeah, it did work. What is a bad habit you had that you are learning? You have now that you are learning.
And I had another train of thought was gone.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I had to unlearn to entertain stupid shit. I'm grown now. I'm turning 40 next year.
Yeah. Whatever you hear about me, believe them.
I don't give two flying fucks what you think about me. I worry when Fresh is gonna call me and say, "Jolvagalela lardala yugo vajaga document." Now I worry.
Now you worry.
What's what?
Now
I worry because again. Understand? Tauru I know it's Nike. Braga. At first I was this guy who was a bad temper and I would confront everything. These days it's not worth my time. It's really Kurleva mpotsa Joyasus banat okay, Ukraine. Guys, I really don't have time. Fresh ejo urkwa rekairang. Understand? That's what I want to talk about.
Yes. Also, there's a problem with people who always want to come to you with negativity.
Yes. Because ke feel o ka re le bona ba tla ka negative energy ya bona.
Yeah.
I ke deal ka batho ba ba byao. Ejo, mama nga ring ka wena okay sharp. Wena le motho. And
if you think it's bad, make it worse.
Like I realized you don't have to entertain stupid shit. Like you really don't. I first heard it from Jay-Z a couple of years back. Sometimes you would talk and I'd act like I don't listen to you because I just don't want to argue with you about stupid shit. And I realized, this is the level of body.
Yeah.
But what if you kill a bogo level again? I was saying, "No, what you do? I'm a sape. On all chele. O level let it look as a company ka phone like a butcher and put a chele to na look at the
And don't forget, or once you start arguing with people about stupid shit, you're not lowering yourself to their standard. Now you're stupid together. No little Tyler together.
I can sell ka butcher ka hoga tikra unga ngale style. So tlisa to level ya so na sa obetaka experience.
Yes.
And when I experience ya butlaila, o na yon.
What's nice?
But ota we rela masipa go botlaileng o na le degree ya twela Brian.
Only degree was nice.
So style was better ka right Braka whatever you are saying
it's fine.
Yeah. Ibile what's going on one tackle Rome what's our next move? Ejo why take boning a bona le no rise the level that we are communicating with this guy is not
wow. Ooh, okay. Do you think men get enough platonic touch and affection? Why or why not?
Praying?
Platonic touch. What's that?
A platonic, it's a friendly. Not romantic. Yeah. A platonic...
From where? Females?
I think, yeah, let's put it in a female manner. Do you think men get enough platonic touch and affection? Why or why not? Let's put it in a female perspective. Meaning, not the brass, but there's nothing romantic, but we can do things. So
Define things, Chum.
No, Chomi, okay.
And no one is to
I
define
need to
things.
understand these things.
Okay, Erigi define.
Okay, yeah.
Erigi. Okasimo, for example, when me things, it's about things. Ketedilo.
Bona, like for example, you've lost your mom.
Yes.
Then utoka someone or relate and lena, that figure.
Yeah.
It's not sexual or even if girlfriend, but you have Belinda as a friend.
Yes.
Like she's your friend, your relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The girlfriend dies. You are having a platonic relationship.
With me.
She can hug you.
Oh, that is what we
Yes.
define as a platonic
a
relationship.
platonic relationship. It's one of it's one of the examples. It's not romantic. So basically, we're not having sex, we're not kissing, but we can touch and hug and be affectionate towards each other without doing anything sexual.
I get that. I've got a friend, I don't know, I think we're 16, 18 years in now.
A platonic friendship with them.
Yeah, we used to even sleep together in the same bed.
Yes,
I've
and
never
nothing
actually
happens.
took it.
Very dangerous too.
No, it's not. Like,
Really?
Like, why till no like we've always been on. And the irony of it is, my friend actually started dating another male friend of mine. And kababuta batho ba ka re tabe ya le na ye ka se ba ira madala site ba felletsa ba na le ngwana he ba khawana mpo ya mbona umngane wa karfuseka ngisho kanje ngazongitshwayela masimo ngantshela ngathi ningajoli khona manje seniyanyelana nifaka mina phakathi kwentweni ngangijwayela.
So a platonic touch is
that is a platonic. I think guys, I think platonic touches are dependent on how the relationship is between you and your friend.
Yes.
And I think you guys would have a boundary of how is it inappropriate when you touch me there.
Yes.
You understand?
Yebo.
But not forgetting that men are male predators by nature. You understand? Kukhona okungayenzeka nje ngoba.
Something. Rabona who to heal bad.
No. But we need to be realistic. When you hear men saying that he doesn't understand you having a male friend,
yes,
he knows, Uri. Hey, kukhona kule khona. Understand? Because some men can control the emotions to say, this is my friend. There's plenty of women that I would prefer as a friend, and I understand that if we land up in bed together, it messes up the friendship that we have.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
There's guys who don't give two flying fucks about that.
Yeah. Would you take a shower with a platonic friend?
Mo wira spy si fisa usimufiki phela mo.
Ayibereki
yona
Kete chwera.
jo di platonic tswa di bereki
Yeah.
tsetsa hore na le na re tlo ba di tshwemi tsa o hakana le o khomana di bereki lo tseo ho le tshomi ya ka ha re bolele tshomi ya ka na le flopo yang so mpha advice bophelo bo tswele pele
Okay.
re hakanelang o hakelang
Okay. A ke re ke example e so ile e bolelang hore ho tlhaeletse mathata ka mo jarete. I want to be the
walla na le madi o shiana ka pele o mosadi re banna re tshwantse re be honest e jotla go botse something Belinda o chipi o pila o shapo o ne wa hakana le nna Ntombe my sister. Ntombe my. Wait.
Yeah.
Heke na le flop ne. Maybe let's say mama ka ataka.
Yes.
Time ataka. Belinda, time ataki. Yo, condolences my friend.
Fela ka mkho.
Sorry Chumiaka, be strong, may God bless you. Chumiaka
O ska tla go rumu ya ka wa rumu go khatlela le nna.
Bona ba no go tlhapa le.
Walla.
Go.
Ha bo. Okay, sharp. Hona ba nngwe go tlhapa le nna ke phunyola ga pele. Tshetse nna tshwantse re ke lebalene le wena ka leitlo la ta. Ene ba nngwe go te tshola because ka busi ba re yo mara kheta ko no sentseng aga senya on setse morago motho. Ene le nna ke le moshimane ne. We di ntwe byang. Ke le moshimane. I swear in front of God ne, I will never allow my girlfriend to have a male friend to that stand ya gore go ba platonic. Ke itse re banna ba byang.
Nna le lena leo ke thomile lutlwa ga tšeo ra ke lenyake
Hape nna he ba re platonic ke nagana ka re bola ka madi. A ke nagana gore ba bolela ka taba tsa go khumana.
platonic
Ke re maybe ke go nyaka mmere no man platonic. Kanne ke bo febe.
No. I think recently ka ibolela ka sekgowa bathong ba modimo platonic.
Summarize again.
Okay, so platonic is literally devoid of any sexual
That's
anything.
it.
Like no, like not in the
that
sense
vein.
yokuthi it's sexualized in any way. Like umfana
Retsang.
like ngawuphumula le mamina like
O ka robala le nne go mpeto go mo one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ka wila motlholo o. A ke unya ke mo mpeto bon. I'm not saying gore ke tlo robala le wena ne. Hear me out.
Mara ska teka.
Wa bona bona ne bona le batho ba lo reng ka robala le bona go mpeto go mo one.
Basadi.
Your cousins,
Yeah.
cousins tsaka bana ba kwa hae
Yes.
ke batho ba lo reng le he nka zama byang ka pa byang
A ho kgonahala.
a ho kgonahala.
Yes.
He my sister wa kgonahala le wena eno sa ile ka dithweng wa kra lo re ke tlhakentse ke bethile ka line le for 3 months
Yeah.
wena o fitlhile kwa lo se tso le mo mpetong
Ashu.
ka G3
Platonic.
wang hafela o platonic wang hafela
Mosadi wa fisa braga, like you know women's body temperature by nature ya fisa.
Let me tell you what it's called. Here's another one. Pheromones. A pheromone is a release of gases where irang hore o be attracted to that person.
Wa ibona
Wa ibona ke.
so no re gitlile mpeto moa
Di pheromone a shidi.
hape le taba ya friendship ya ka lwena is the verbal agreement.
ene tla go botse something ne most of the friendship tsa ba shimane le banyane ne go nyaka go mathomong
Ne?
mara ka bona wang brother zone
Yeah.
wang friend zone
Ka o family zone.
ka re ke dumele because of ke o value ebile ke o phesu o mo pelaka he nka kra chance because ne go ko mathomong ne go nyaka my sister ha go betha
Phela leo bophelo go fana go duba senyama o ibeke tafuleni ngihlela bese uthi sifubu ngayile.
ene tla go botse something a staba ya disrespect ke taba ya reality
Eh ya ngwana
Lena
as women you say you can I don't know contain your feelings. That's what you say. I've never been a woman before so I can't attest to it. Men just can't. Nal damano mongwe if you watch a video ya ngwe ya go TikTok wa mo pedi so ba le go mabitleng are ape motho wa monna o ka mona bona mosadi wa yo wa toloa. You know what's to toloa in Sepedi wa melta. Yeah,
ba wi
wa understand. O ka bona motho wa mosadi wa toloa. So now you guys know the power that you have over us.
Yeah, we do.
But yet now you want to use it to a point where you are saying, I want to see how much this temptation of this person. It's like putting a wolf in a hen house and expecting that wolf not to eat the chickens. Ah, come on, guys. Not looking what he said.
Okay, we're almost done. We left with 2 guys. Ne? What's the hardest conversations you've had to have with a partner, friend, or a family member? The hardest conversations you've had with partner, friend, or a family member, kid.
a kana chelete tshwanetse ke batele rent
Ish.
ke rekele ngwana diaparo
Ish.
o itse why ba ka se nthusi ka selo ba tlo re ba strong a ke nyako ba strong ke nyaka chelete
Nyaga zaka.
a ke nyake o mpotse gore o tla loka a ke nyaka chelete a ke nyake lo tseo ke nyaka nyoko yeah don't worry my
Anyake
friend
wa shaganda.
don't worry my friend God knows don't worry things will come across hey my sister or my brother ke nyaka nyoko
Wa mpho re ya.
wa mpora omphi ke go ba ile omphanye na because of we are rato epia if wa itse gore motho a ka se nthusi se ka bolela le ena ka yona
Hey, shh.
o bolela le ena ka yona
That's very-
a ka se o
that's-
thusi o
that's
bolela
very
le o mongwe ka yona a ka se o thusi o gena everyone a itse gore wena pile wa khawatea there's no need for people to know wa khawatea how o itse o itseng gore possibilities are high gore a ka nthusa ka se ke senyakang e khete bo le nna no wa ke tsisilo ne mara ke nagana o ka re he re ka ira so le so re ka ira za ha re zame wa bona planet e simfana o di ntshang le nna o mpona ke le fela bana ke na le airtime yo ke nyoko patala rent o mpotsa ka airtime wa bona re na le wena re mo leveleng ya 1 ngono ke di male ke ska o botsa nga se bana le conversation o ke itseng gore he ke lo botsa o mpotsa ka lotse le re ndi ka se nthusi then ibya chelete
I love it.
yeah
Fubi?
wa itse o bolela bjana ke khopetsana brafan bay 6,000 gore jompe 6,000 yo tswalla dikoloto tsaka ke jele tšhelete tsa batho 1 2 3 wa idamanne a rasa le nonore manyana tšhomo ke nyako romela ane teng a thoma ka romela document e nngwe so a shibi ke download akere a romela ye nngwe gape gape ge ko bula document tsela tse pedi damane o kolota kgweda 383,000 o kolota sars 1.4 million a re suba wena o jaaka 6,000
wa bona
Batho ba banyaka
re na re ka se
I felt
boleng
like it was a joke. I felt like a joke. Kira bitlai. Karabe chobi. I saw rutsoja, bra. Lukisa joke. Ku thuse bya bo are grele wa SARS chan.
Yeah.
Re bona re ke bona ba se pa mo
Yeah.
bile. Kare chobi ano ere ke ntse di color ta ke tla tshwara jana la.
Ya tšhelete e serious.
wa bona conversation mo iteng
Braga.
Ro bolela ka
Ar thobe ka 383,000 ya kolota re divide ka 6,000 da ke jaka.
Le million
da manu
ye.
kolota a shibire go million ke bona ka ro tshwara ka hata tek. Ar thome mo 383,000 ya kolota. Then here ya go million ke mathata. Are wena o nyaka 6,000.
then o nyoko tswela pele ka
A
conversation
arai. Ai bilo to bona re joka o tia gara mara ona flop mechomi. Ta bona
Ke tla bona
re
ke
kira.
ira
ere
bjang.
ke robale
Agar joker dolte ka re robale ke tshwara stress jo.
Yo, and wa mo disturb.
Go nwa le dipilisi nyana ke robale nompetha.
Yes, yes. Tuba, this one is meant for you. Eyona,
How
I
is it
think
made for me now?
I think in Oitlalosa the way you want to what do you wish older men had told you that nobody did? You had remember Kanakola that interview we did the first one. You did mention when who stepfather, stepmother. So like let's say your stepfather, is it something that you wish maybe he could have told you or empowered you by even your biological father? E o wishanga about rutile at that time. But since then na ko ka we catch maguzumele mo strateng ona bana.
Yeah, I wish they taught me how to take better care of finances. How is it that muthu na khono hola 2,000 braka re private school re tsene
Yes.
wa mfostana re bele di sneakers tse wete rire batho ba ba ikona ba ntho braka cause nako ngwe tshwantse ke shotise itse re ngwana ka be le sneakers se wete ke bue ko zula ka lefya ke reke hem wa mpona ne nna ya ka e tlhakadi ba sanke ya tlhakana
Ya bone ni tlhakana.
he mona ya bona ne phela ile mtororo motho na patela private school a patela transport a mfa ya o kera a nrekela diteki ka khwedi eo a reka grocery a patela society a wa understand yena maybe a ithekela ticket ya high ya
Ya base.
for the whole month mo khweding mo he ke bona ice cream truck ke lla o fela re choko reka ice cream no ira la mo batho ba ne ba hola bana le smogolo or ira la
Yeah.
because you can't justify it by saying dilo ne di cheapile ka
Yes, no.
you understand
No,
dilo ne
yeah.
di cheapile mara le salary ne ntse le go fatshe
Yes, true.
one to one.
True.
So they lived according to that. And Najwa was raised by parents who literally earned that money. Mutu jona koronta 2,000 IBM mo. Ibile le cash mo. Nana go ki mutu kinyaka Nike Shox or kinyaka Presto Chanjo. I've always been a Nike fan. Armona sharp wana mea una flop. Nta 350 ya skolo sa utura kent. Arencha 200 ya transport ya kent. Nta 500 tereke grocery kent. Wa bona re se tere le kae re jele tao phela. Nta 200 ke ya society. Nta 300 ke eng ke kolota mama 100 rand ke ya mabone ke tla bona re ke tla letsa bya mo khwedi eng ke ya ticket ya base ela ke ya society vale mpuja ro kra ka tekela ya go tura le nna ke bona re tekela
Ga e lekane mo.
e ka setswe modimo
Ga e lekane.
a o tla tseme mara o ntebelele
yeah
mo kgweding mo o tekela ya twatla bra
Yeah.
no wa ke sa itse gore mare bjang jwa penyukwela re badile ba botle bra Muzulo can't go movie. I wish that our parents would have taught us how they survived on those things. Even now, like if you look at it now, it's very difficult for us to have houses.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. For somebody in our peers and our when you've bought a house, I'm happy for you because fuck, we've been fighting to get one. It's not like especially bile ba ga ro kra ntlo jo ile ngore ba re o irekile cash jo ne o no ke budese
ole thopa
Yeah.
ole thopa
me bra re palla le go gra stene sa bo stene ba re stene ke 5,000 ka mo ncenga he mona wa ntsha 5,000 lo tla bla ke tlala wa bo wa hu ene ka stene se la ke reng ka kampela tsa le lengwe ke tshwerisa ka re ditena tsa le lengwe ka re planinyana ka re one story nyana tsa le lengwe ke bona re dilo tsa ka di shapo mapedi ba re di a nto godimo ga nto mara that's a trajectory in itself that needs to take a while and ke thule dilo mo tseleng wa understand bona jone ba khono itse ya ntwa bond 20 years back a ke tsore by that time nearly 20 years or nearly ba ipatele ba ifetsa most of us ba ile go re mo aging he re ya ga go borena hona bano re ya ga mara dintlo tse ile gore they are fully paid off.
That's true. 100.
wa understand rena thakatsara ke ba ba kae ba ba tsitseng ka bo dintlo because we failed to pay.
Wow.
Re palla ke koloi
Ish. Polo ya bobodu.
ngwana mme
Ish.
o le patela 3 months wa re ba tloela ba se
Yes, sis. And it's true.
Arda consistency. Although I don't even like the system in itself. Because I will never understand why do I have to pay for a car for 5 years but can't pay for the house in the same manner. Why was I able 5 years in Lord at least taking 5 years ke feditse ke na le motse.
Yeah.
Ba mpela 20 years. Le ba re jo mpeta ka di interest rates. In fact, now I had a plan.
Okay.
Now I think what the plan.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not batho ba nkutlela. Fresh will tell you. I once talked about it on the group ya makutumela ka re gents re ba ba kae kam ba re 135 ka re her ka thoma trust kam ka bontshi le hirile ke a le itse man ra ntsha di 3.5 e ba le mo bophelo wena ke a o itse mfana you the numbers ka ra ntsha di 3.5. Do you know that in a month we can buy a house every month? So now this means we have beat the system by 8 years. And I'll explain how. You take 135 people, they are paying 3.5 a month, right? How much does it give you?
135 people.
Yes. So take 3,500 times it by 135.
That gives you 472,500.
Are we not buying a house?
You are.
Go to Vivi.
Why reka?
We're buying a 2-bedroom house. Go to Vivi.
Ke thoma go rekela.
So when I ra hira no, or you move in the house, ne?
Wow.
Mara opatela instead of paying bond there 4,500, you pay 3.5.
Again.
You saving 1,000.
Yes.
But this now moves to
Another
next month.
yeah
This process is gonna take 8 years.
Yes.
Ne?
Yes.
Mara by the time it finishes, in 8 years, babu terminal din to bitile system ga 12 years.
Yeah.
Kababut. Karvafetu. Arire Carrier as a stock fella. It's a trust. You don't even have to deposit the money to me. We deposit it in a trust.
Yes.
One one.
What the
Bara is fuba wena ukalifil. Guys, akile ropi. We get a lawyer. He does a trust.
Yes.
One. So even if unyaka wena hurintwa how ibe ko ochat, but you found it for this amount, you pay this amount, and you get this house. Or if we're not feeling to a how, aunya kunna kamarayon, lokela muhiri au 4.5, o 3.5 u jetao.
Yeah.
As long as rena 3.5 ya rena kamula, e phela ile monate hore re khono tsamaiso ngwana mme.
Yes, sis.
Wa understand? Ane Grootman am phone la ram fana ka wena ka o bereka ka mkhomba tlo bolaya ka re Grootman nna ne ke re ke ntsha batho ba ghost le nna self a ke ne motse.
Wow. That's very
Wa
smart way
understand?
of
Le nna self a ke na motse mara we can get where we going very fast. Kare ebile re ko bontsha ane day. Let's say right now we get to a point where out of the 125 of us, there's someone that happens to be an agent.
Yeah.
Right? Meaning that this guy will take less interest and make sure that we get the houses cheaper. So instead of spending 400 and, how much is it?
It's 473, I think.
So that's almost 500,000.
Yeah.
You understand? It's almost half a meter, Brian.
That's a very
2-bedroom house got a VV guy. 450, yeah? You understand? Usasala ka choko ya change.
Just
Wa reka
sounds very
furniture ra
smart.
ba mjita.
That's very smart.
Wa rabeta house wo bi.
Actually, something like that happened. I don't know if you heard Negilability McG the other time. So this guy meter at similar
Ora ba le ba di 350.
350.
Ba no ba di 350 ba grad na ke le go planning ela ya dintlo.
Yo, ela di 350.
Kere jo
it was
aren't
very
sending
smart.
3.5.
Yeah, bro.
Now they've got 5 set.
Bana le 5 set
You
now.
understand? Na ba no ba grad na ke ba botsa ka ekere guys ka bontsi ba le nai. Ho sa patele bond o hirile. You understand? Na go botsa ke rona ba no bond ha o ka e thosa ka 1.5 for patala 3.5.
Yo.
You understand? Ka or bya no wa itirira re bita market price. Le ntwela ele 450,000 we could negotiate it to 400,000 now because we're buying it cash.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
So leba build that development be na khono botsa motho build that development le or braya ka lebala le wa bona le go tloa mo ya kwa as long as wa ha dintlutse wa hela nna le majitaka roba bo makhelwane ho le lovely.
Yeah.
You understand? And a ropa ke ro bona veke ho tsene cat khwedi e tlang ho tsena team khwedi e tlang ho tsena mama. All we need more and every month is 3.5 for 8 years.
Wow.
One. After that, ntlo ke ya hao braka trustela right demolisha go tswa di title deed bjano we to the title deed tsela ke re bjano her dintsha di tswa di ya trusting pele. But now when we are all done and everybody's got their own house, now the title deed di thobong wa di wa e ke ya Belinda e ke ya Kete e ke ya Sfuba e ke ya mama o re wena o iranga ya hao braka o nyoko nna mo di mayona ke tsa hao tseo. You got the house out of this trust that we are starting. And all now that people are going to watch this, they're going to start it and they're going to do it.
Exactly.
Because you know what's the nice thing about trust? Trust is not musutu.
No.
Oka sutu ga mara trust. How na lo ka yang are nam pen 3.5 I berke biao. Understand? But what I'm telling you right now, if we were to do it really 135, 8 years from now, we've got houses. Not even 8 years from now. Like maybe one my fellow keda ka khawate hang in 8 years over le motse mara. Every month on in a year there's 12 houses that are being built and they're being sold. And here gabal ar maybe rnali dilia hore agrira 470,000 rebali dilia hore dinkutse regalo ara price to the 400,000 re hata di 70,000 era hore at some point ko hongwe ko pelinyana kwa re ka reka dinkutse pedi. Hey, I get hata di 70,000. Now how hata di 70,000 it's what? It's 7, it's 14, 21, 28, it's 35. It means in another 6 months we're buying 2 houses. So we're lowering that 8 years now. Yaka. Karu nyuela una ko yang kan tele ko dintlong bra ka una re ba ro nna bana ra re ka mabotlolo. Ai, a re berke bia. Wa understand? O lebelle ba thoba mbo ira ka re ke ba file plan.
Ave.
Na ba ka ke ba buditse ba bai.
Are rotli fam.
E mara na go ngwa o tlela bosua ba bolela me bra o boima mara la muka dimena re so mara la muka dimena re no are ma hanyane before ba la dai dene jo o ko dimena re ma e jo gra advice e lo ring o tlo no lo wane wa feel ka maybe mo lefatsheng ke tlile ka re modimo diste ba ema now is o gra advice steady so
hey when
advice to di gra ke tsore o le monna bereka bima ko bereka a ke bereki ko bereka bima bya ke tsere bola ba re sacrifice because la re push
hey kid uta I get a question yes Fuba Neri banna, what is it that banna at a young age? Now listen to this one. Who are the men you look up to, and what's special about them?
Kim Dalak.
Okay.
My granddad.
Yeah.
Ke hotse my time ale my emo ba coinsect tse bebe ba coinsect na ngara ba coinsect go febe na ngara my time of family da no more ro ke sfe
Why would not dadela?
ala no more ra ala go kwantela
And the decision is biased, comrade.
what's that so no nga be me emo na sa le go skela bo ke
Yeah.
be ma demand because of wena na le taxi driver ma ro
I thought it makes sense.
ya o ro bile my emo
Yeah,
demand
yeah.
so my time ale my emo ba khawane ke sa le mfana ke sa le munyane ke sa le seya mama ka long the way anyala libitla le lengwe so so libitla le la ntsita libitla le
I'm trying very hard not to laugh. Like the crickets.
Yes, Kete, yes.
abo me emunyetsi ale la ke libitla
Kete ana
Oh, well, bro, ka le bitla.
Ana filter.
ejo dai time o itse ka mkho ena bogala ke nyoko rohana jo ampore ke re ke motete daimane a ke nyoko rohana amprasta
You've already said it.
Yeah.
Wanzwa.
Yeah.
instead or ke groome ke dai timer a feile go grooma ka grooma ke my granddad
Yes. From your mother's side.
Yeah, from my mother's side.
Yeah.
Mdala ka papa mama. That time o is na ira mthalol. Ne ke re ke tshwere dibuka ke tshwere phone mo ke bala. Magriza wena ka se pass wena. O tshwere phone ka mo tshwere dibuka mdala ka ra mo tloele o tinthoetsa. E mona ke re ka mo ka nako ke tlhagentse ke faila bo ma grade 10 ma 4 times because ne ke nna le libitla ke. Libitla no sna ntho a ikentsha mo tlhong ya ke se nampa stress.
Yes.
One day ka moteka. Tsena le ena
Ka di right.
ka motsia mo ka mo ke mo ke bona re ka betha mo
Oko teka le kunika.
mo ke bona re ka raha mo
Wa monika.
yeah but I'm not proud but at the end of the day ke sharp I think
your temper led you there. Una le tse dingwe ke build up.
yeah once
Yeah.
so Mdala ka was always saying gore a ke re ko nna ne ba le the boy khala fail ka tloga mo Pitori ka Limpopo ka re go fetsa sekala go Limpopo Mdala ka from grade 10 until grade 12 record type ka phasa ka diploma
Ao batho.
Mdala ka re lena ne le mmone se motho le reng a tlhalefa mara nna ke bone ro tlhalefile because of nasa need gore a hatellehe na need re le mo encourage mfano that time na khona ngira a bona a ke bale man ka ngwala ra mo tlelo tlo phasa ene ke phasa a ba mbotsa o itse Mdala ka sala mbotsa reng tlhompha motho tse ntshi tsa gore e bereka buima e tsa tlhompha motho ke mo tla bona gore na gongwe there is no need to bereka buima because tlhompha batho motho no o tlona ba no a re tshwara ira sole because of motlhomphile yeah so Mdala ka juda time go tla kare we phethile ha Mdala ka
Yeah.
and me
Yeah,
God
blind.
bless Mdala ka ke ena motho le reng ka rae ke Mdala
He's still alive?
yeah Mdala go sa
Mdala tshwantse
mara ba no le bothata ba o no o hudi are khatli Mdala ke ke mo lobedi mama wa o ile ka ra mo tlweleng o hudile mo babo so yeah yena Mdala ka jo Mdala go develop tse baya flop ke yo
Ke le bitlale. Ish.
nga tlhakanela go tro mo motaka spinning kick o
O sa nna le mama hao?
ai a sa nna le mama ka o nna somewhere yena ba ka mara divorce
Oh,
yena a nyong go
okay.
saena ka lo tse di tlaela di bjang
Yeah.
yeah o feel ka re yo mara o tlo luka
loser,
tsile tha but yeah Mdala ka star
Ne.
Mdala ka star so that's
Yo,
why you know
Jesus.
Mdala ka o bile papa to di cousin tsaka bo mmanyaka mama ka so le nna o mphile ntwela reng it's important hore o khone grooma bana in a proper way
Yeah, true.
and asoro o grooma bana go ba le chelete
Yes.
as long as o khone ba rekela borotho le supheke le rice le share le roba le mo ba ba le mo di sofeng ka je go re hodile shifa re chama boy re pile
Bona wait.
bona ke chama boy byang thu Mdala le reng na tshwerele malapa a batho ba 15 a sanga ra bana le budi Nike di Air Force a sanga ra ba le tsona lo mara o re bonse le rato a re hodisa ka tse go re mo re le mote le bitlalela o ka mmona ka tse a tlhobe ke motlholo batho beha o dora ya ta ke skhale tla mo re mo pella o la
Yeah. So do you think Ngebe and Tatemolao asting you wouldn't be the man that you are today?
no ngebe ke semagele mo te maybe ke tsone ngebe ke satile or ke tsuba or ke tsa lo tse disna so ngebe ke le monna wa thaba sadi o nrutile gore mona mosadi le ha ka ira eng wa isa letso sa le ka lekalo le khazenaka e ka ira mistake ka batha nyane fela ka bona wa mphaphela mo tlhong so ya shiada mtala ka tlumpeti that time azanga nraso
Yeah.
kuri go tlumbo ba thantsha le sofa re go botse ngana wa ira se ngana wa no beala mara wa bethi mosadi le ka tsheko mosadi ka mforofaya ai o tsore na mosadi re mtsara mo loka la go ka moreng methe go ka moreng singa motso methe ka pipi singa letso o le bophelo bo tswele pele
Monno le lempeso.
ira
Le ashwagandha.
yo na propaganda methe ka nthe
That's propaganda.
Una rumeta nonchalant. Agamba.
Yes.
Angeles dangerous.
God.
Basadi ba ba modimo ba sotleha.
I like that.
Ba re motho ba twa nonchalant.
But you
o
are
sa
nonchalant.
monagane o itse mire o itse ka ho ka metha ka moreng yo ba different o tswa ka bosiwa re mara monyekile o mpola mabana ke mara ka letso ho o tswa ka bosiwa re mara khan bo ngira so alepe ka bosiu furuka ka nonchalant o tlo bo mono yo mpola wa ha fa wena
Ene ba no bantse ba le bya okay. Last day ne ke ba botsa go Facebook ke re vele motailo wa hore during tsamaiso le nyoko khamiwa. La urata vele ba re yo sfuba.
No, bet you are
Re
mara.
happy ka re nina le sofa yazi.
No, bet you are
Ba re
mara.
bona ba no hang khamile so ba re fitla go zuke ka re kamao. Ka re women are immune to abuse. Ko re ke no iputsa straight ka re
ene nna ke khatla ke bona ba o bolela ba re ngire so
Yeah.
e simba le ba wira ka re ibo ka re ha wa wena
ba re
ngire
no
so
ngwana modimo a khamiwa.
kama motho hape o kama o la o swale lo bola motho o le go botsa motho
Awa,
ba
ba-
bora
ba-
tsama
ba-
wa re a faya
O na le mo commentila e o na sa gore suba o na le motho re wa mpona. Ka re wa ba re kana ke chaba yenda.
Yeah, no.
Ya o ba le mo ga experience ya ntole jo go ira. Tla o khaba wa jela.
Oh my God. Guys, ke go bolela le tele sfuba le khetha ba tsona, guys. This was a beautiful podcast. This was very beautiful. You guys are a beautiful duo, yo.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
Me
guys
and Ken had a
compliment-
podcast through skyrocket.
Yo,
that's
you
okay,
compliment each other very well. Like yeah, balance. Like answer ya o hesa tshwanle o mara it still makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you guys. And ero lebitsa lobo wa ke happy mo ke
Yeah,
hi.
no.
Ke hi mo ke
o ka hana mo nang le corona wa half le dijo
Oh, guys, thank you so much for coming through. We love you so much. Hey, guys, there's gonna be many more podcasts that are developing. I get it, Fufu.
Yeah.
Many more.
We're building.
Bokete,
Yeah.
everything is gonna be so nice. Go tlo ba monate. We just don't wanna ruin things, but we're just saying, please be on the lookout. And then following the social media, when is this thing gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Launch yang in. Hey, there's a lot that's gonna come.
Yeah,
like
no,
more
it's-
rapi.
Yeah.
Sfuwa uletso re re ntse mo ara nna fela, we are
No.
busy.
Yeah.
Ra bereka mo, we grinyaka zaka.
We're building a major media house. That's what I can tell you.
Yes, that's what we are doing,
Yeah,
guys.
we're building a major media house.
We are. So please, if you want more information, also, Banality separate interviews, Sabana, please do check them out. Go back. Also, big shout out to this boy, man. Lemula.
Joe,
Big
you know-
big
Joe
shout out to
Joe Galeratel.
Lemula.
Why did Joe? I feel regret budget ya Lemula. Joe Lemula needs to be a part of our team.
Lemula
Lemula
is
is
doing this.
bona.
o itse ka mkholo reng o re file platform e nngwe ya mala e le re batho ba ipatelisa ne ke na le mo founela ele mo podcasting ela e so
Yeah.
mo la mo BRU'Z mo from 8.5 to 7 or from 8 to 8 ntsele ela
Yeah.
o nlatlhella yona
That's nice.
a ilokele ka bosufuru go tswa go 16,000 likes 100,000
John
views.
Nivila, I feel Jory. Wabona here come Krela like bo room.
Yeah, I think
Because he's in Limpopo, understand? And expose him to this. I think he can expand his brain to something
Yeah.
that we have never seen.
Beautifully so.
Because
Yeah.
Because I asked him what he's qualified, and I remember we spoke of, but just ask him more qualified ka. Maybe we can create a span.
Something,
We understand it. Okay, we are spanning Zaga, and then meantime we are
Yes,
but he's doing wonderful.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
I think sometimes we important to lebella batho ba ba yana ba fema bloma le ngabo.
I guess that. Guys, we love you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Majita Monday as well. Hit the notification button so that you guys can be notified whenever we drop a new episode. From me, Belinda the MC.
Sfuba Nation and Final Location.
Baba Bambino.
That's right.
Yeah.
Saivala City Peace, and we love you guys. Bo, 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 bo.